What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? What's goody, my peoples? So, I want to talk about this, which I saw the interview, multiple interviews done by Showtime's president of sports, Stephen Espinosa. And Stephen Espinosa addressed the negotiations taking place between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, in which Stephen Espinosa, he stated that negotiations have begun. And he pretty much hinted without saying it, and he caught himself and corrected himself that he's not saying that one of the fighters are pricing themselves out. Well, that one fighter, obviously, he will be referring to is Terence Crawford, right? And so he says that everybody has to be realistic in their negotiations if they want to get this fight done. And he stated that nobody in this situation is Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. And so he stated that, everybody has to essentially be realistic with their demands and what they want from a purse. Now, clearly, obviously, Stephen Espinosa is in contact with Errol Spence Jr., as Errol Spence Jr. is a Showtime fighter already. So, with that said, DP Rocker, Reg Loke, Mike Big Boxing, Black Attack, Ralph Shelton, James, Phil J508, Spaniard PR, Mike Big Boxer, Daniel Beltron, Full Movie Episode, Sky Miller, Kyrie Mahoney, Mr. Blue, Boxing News DC, my brother, Smooth Groove Boxing, 88 Sports Talk, Jason May, Boxing News DC, Mr. Blue, Poe Porter, S550J, Kyrie Mahoney, Young Skulls, Baller No, The Genuine, what's going on? Abraham, Ricardo, Ricardo, 1997, Antonio Campbell, Fabian Terry, NMB, Memphis Beats, Tiana Scott, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing tonight? Poetic Justice for Sale, Robert Singleton, Bryce Allen, Brandon Adam Perry, That Guy George, JH, 803 Tiger 100, Soul Truth, GF Hipster, D Nizzle, Realm C2, Fly High 89, Wendell Jackson. Yes. Jason Howes, Chiquita Moore, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Let me put my hat on for, the distraction or these dudes being here talking about, hey, man, look at your hair. Leon Sterling, my brother. Tim TV 212, Houston, Texas 056. Tara Sims, peace and blessings, Queen. Overlook Beats, Overlord Beats, Charles Patterson, D Nizzle, RJ Marr. Who we got? Windy City A, Man Down, T Bonafide, my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. What's good with your key? Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Michael Manning, Jay Davis, Lamar Brown, Malik B, Texas Bulldog Boxing. Hey Key, I ain't see you in a while. Brent O'Neill, Real Me C2, Robert Montgomery, Gabe Moore, Soul True, Fly High 89. What's going on? Shot _ 064, Brandon Adam Perry, Russell Williams. What's going on? Spirit, Pat Greedy. Yeah, man, I'll get to everybody as we go along. So when I heard this, Ricky Williams Boxing, brother in the Super Chat, said, peace, God, thanks for all you do for the sport. I appreciate you, great brother. Ahmad Duadu, Kimber 4509, what's going on? So when I heard this and I listened to the Silks, what's going on? To Stephen Espinosa break it down and him talking about it. And I was listening, right? And I'm saying to myself, man, what do you mean they're not Mayweather Pacquiao? We understand they're not Mayweather Pacquiao, right? Okay, all right. I'm going to text you when I get off here then. Darnay Eli Pitbulls, what's going on? Neckbone, Corey Hall, Young King Company. Go subscribe to my brother Young King Company link so the wife could be on the cover of that magazine. Delonte Harris, what's going on? Houston, Texas, 056, my brother Super Chat. What's the split? 30-70 Spence? I don't know the split, right? But I do know this. Abdul Khalid, Monty Norman, Brandon Barnes, The Drop, Music Shown by Music TV. What's going on? John Wick, Nicholas Simmons, Cram Calisthenics. What's going on? Joshua Wright, my brother. Quincy Carter, Warrior 519, Prince Earl. What's going on? So I need y'all to, Scott, go to ppv.blkprime.com. Go to ppv.blkprime.com. Okay. Y'all know I'm doing a partnership with them. As I'm doing a partnership with them for fighters. Oh man, I picked the wrong thing up. We're going to be doing events for fighters looking to make a name for themselves, can't get fights, introduce fighters to the world, fighters just looking to get fights. We're going to be doing all of that. So go to ppv.blkprime.com, and we have 576 people, and we have 176 likes. Get the likes up. Clint Eastwood, what's going on? Julius Thomas, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? I listened to the interview with Stephen Espinosa, and this is what I'm going to say, right? Is that pay Terence Crawford the money. We don't even know. King Vonnie 86, what's going on? Crunch Time Sports, Ramel Muffin, what's going on? Yes, we don't know. We're not aware of what exactly these numbers are going to be, right? But this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Get behind it, promote it, push it. Make it revenue friendly for you, Akdar Brooks. What's going on? If you feel like Terence Crawford is not friendly to the media and promoting fights, put it in the contract. Hey, listen, if you don't participate in building up this fight, then you don't get so on and so forth. Put stipulations and things in his contract. That's what needs to happen. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. We should not be hearing or talking about anything about, well, this is not this and this is not that. We know it's not Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. What is Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao? Not even Mike Tyson lived up to Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. So we can't base nothing off of what Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao have done. And on top of that, today's time, the climate is different. So, okay, if anything, right, we should be saying, listen, Terence Crawford, you have to do this, 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 and this. Right? And we have to Paul Carey, Lil Scrappy, Q Lee, what's going on? Deploy 619, Kevin Lyles, Punch Strong 412, what's going on? We should not be talking about, we should be banking on promoting the fight. What can we do to the best of our abilities to promote this fight, to make it happen? And push this fight. The Fight Channel, what's going on? No, they can't do it anywhere. Errol Spence's to PBC. Right? Jose Luis Esperanza, brother in the super chat. Why are you slighting Canelo in your title? He is the big star. We always have some simple people always got to come here and say these things. I don't understand. Curly J, what's going on? Call me Drew, what's going on? I just don't get it. I don't understand, man. Jambo Japan, what's going on? Artie Buckley, what's going on? Anyway, rolling for the door, what's going on? Back to regularly scheduled programming. Right? Here's the thing, right? First of all, we have 693 people and 250 likes. 695 people now and 257 likes. John J. Doe, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. Okay, so this is a legacy fight for Errol Spence. This is a legacy fight for Terence Crawford. My brother A1 Hoop Zone, Manuel H in the building. Go subscribe to my brother A1 Hoop Zone. This is a legacy fight for Terence Crawford. This is a legacy fight for Errol Spence. Okay, this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Treat it as such. Invest in it. Victor Griffin, Storis 31109. What's going on? Stop talking about, we shouldn't be hearing about, well, it's not Floyd Mayweather and it's not this. I'm pretty certain. I'm almost certain Terence Crawford ain't asking for $50 million, people. And I know Errol Spence ain't asking for $50 million. If Jermell Charlo got $10 million to fight Brian Castano on free TV, let me say it to y'all again. If Jermell Charlo got $10 million to fight Brian Castano on free TV, and Brian Castano is not a major star in a rematch for Undisputed that ended in a draw, you can't tell me on pay-per-view for the biggest fight in boxing that you can't come up with at least another $5 million to give to Terence Crawford. Rex Jamal, what's going on? Maurice Roman, what's going on? At least. Houston, Texas, 056, my brother in the super chat. He said, thanks for all the consistent, great content. Much love. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Jumpman 305, brother in super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He says, so why not let fans pre-order the fight so they can properly estimate the revenue? I believe without it, Crawford is probably worth $15 million. Exactly. El Rivy, what's going on? So the brother said, why is you slighting Canelo Alvarez? Not slighting anybody. Canelo Alvarez is not worth $50 million per fight. And at that, where Terence Crawford and Errol Spence can't even split half of that, 3/4 of that together, $50 million, you're willing to give $55 million to Canelo for one fight. Take $30 million of that and say, here go 15, here go 15, with whatever you get on the back end. Whatever you get on the back end. 89 Skeezy, what's going on? TR, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? We all know it's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. They know that. Steven Espinosa said this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Jose Luis Esparza back in Super Chat. That's not what PBC The Zone thinks. He's worth $50 million. No, he's worth what you worth what you negotiate. Texas Bulldog Boxing, brother in Super Chat. Canelo just got $15 million and lost. Pay Errol and Bud. Facts. PJ Colazzo, what's going on? He said they think he's worth it. No, you worth what you negotiate. Okay, and first and foremost, do you think Canelo versus Dimitri Bivol, it generated $100 million? No. Mansa Musa Lifestyle, what's going on? So what happens is Errol Spence's Canelo Alvarez's opponent, like Dimitri Bivol is getting, $5 million. Billy Joe Saunders got $7 million, right? And then they taking the difference of the pay-per-view. He's a superstar in the sport. Don't get me wrong, right? But you're worth what you negotiate. Period. You're worth what you negotiate. Big T, my brother, what's goody with you? You're worth what you negotiate. So I'm not saying Canelo is give him the $50 million because guess what? He getting in there, he putting it all on the line. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he ain't worth it. What I'm saying is, if you're giving him $50 million to fight, are you telling me that the fight generating over $150 million? When Errol Spence did a bigger gate than Terence Crawford in 2019 against Danny Garcia, Errol Spence did the biggest gate in boxing in 2019. Capadon 24, what's going on? If Errol Spence did the biggest gate in anybody in 2019, in 2020, okay, with his fight with Danny Garcia, then you mean to tell me that Canelo Alvarez is that far ahead of him? Yeah, I find that hard to believe. And I'm not saying that Canelo. Hey, listen, if Canelo could get 60 million, 70 million to fight, he deserves it. They all deserve it. Because when you step through those ropes and you put it all on the line, you deserve it. So I'm not taking anything away from Canelo Alvarez getting his money. What I'm saying is this, right? Rashad Akhtar, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I appreciate you, brother. What I'm saying to you is this, that Chris Alexander, Chris Conley, what's going on? What I'm saying to you is this, right? TDLC, what's going on? Las Vegas to Detroit Sports Radio, what's going on? Starter Kid Duke, what's going on? Mel Phillips, what's going on? What I'm saying to you is this, right? Is that first of all, I'm not dealing with 500 people in here that didn't hit the like button. No way, no how. I don't know where they do that at, but we don't do that here. Chin Smoke, what's going on? There's no way we got 1,000 people in here with 400 likes. Nah, I'm not dealing with that. Get the likes up. We should have at least 800 likes. Shogun 76, DOG 215, Justin Hawkins, what's going on? Ain't no way we got 1,000 people in here and 400 likes. No way. No way. Get the likes up. We should have at least 700 to 800 likes right now. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell. Genie said, "Stop demanding likes." Goodbye. Now you don't. Now you go. Goodbye. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it, brother. Don't tell me what to do on my platform with my time. Now go. You don't have to worry about hitting the like button. How about that? PC, what's going on? Corey Brown, what's going on? Corey Flowers, what's going on? Sean T, what's going on? Now you don't have to worry about it. Period. Freddie Palacios, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said if Porter can push Bud, then Errol will push him as well. I got Spence. I hope Boots doesn't somehow block Bud versus Spence. Shout out to Jamel of the Real Lion. Salute to you, great brother. How can Boots is not going to block anything? Trey Dub 234, Ketty Peace 504, Ratchet says 91. What's going on? Boots is not going to block anything. How can he? What are you talking about? You talking about as far as the mandatory position? It's not going to block anything. The sanction body is not going to allow it. Stephen Bateman, what's going on? Jose said, I missed the super chat. I don't know why that's going on, brother. I apologize. Cortez Harris, brother in the super chat. Much love to you. I don't know why that's doing this, brother. Sure did miss your super chat. Jose Luis Esparza, brother in the super chat, he said PBC will pay Canelo, but not their own. Wonder why. Because now here's the thing, Jose Luis Esparza, Esperanza. Canelo is the biggest draw in boxing. Let's not get that twisted as far as revenue generated. So he deserves it. I'm not saying they deserve. He got to get him 55, and he got to get 55. I'm not saying that, right? Canelo Alvarez is a massive generator. But the fact is, Errol Spence did a bigger gate than Canelo in 2020. So that means Errol Spence is generating big money. So that means if Errol Spence is doing that with Danny Garcia, no slight to Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, anybody else that he's fought. But if Errol Spence is doing those types of numbers with those levels of fights, okay, then you factor in the whole entire world. No, everybody talks about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Everybody know this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Bigger than any fight Canelo Alvarez can have. Bigger than any fight anybody else can have. It's the biggest fight in boxing. Everybody's going to anticipate. It's going to be star-studded. Okay? The ticket prices, you could drive them up. You think who's not going to try to go to Errol Spence? Listen. What celebrity, what entertainer is not trying to go to watch Errol Spence, Terence Crawford fight? If Terence Crawford could sell out the T-Mobile, Mandalay Bay with Sean Porter, it was packed. Mandalay Bay and Sean Porter was packed. Okay? Errol Spence, we already know sell out. Okay? So they both selling out. Now, is Terence Crawford the major draw? No. But the fact is, the anticipation, Mr. VA Fitted, what's going on? The Kaz, what's going on? The anticipation of this fight, this being the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Everybody's wanting to tune in. They want to see this fight. Everybody. ESPN wants to be there. Guess what? Everybody's going to want to cover it. Everybody. There ain't going to be no platform that's going to not look to cover this fight. Not one single platform. Versus Style TV, what's going on? Marshall, Virginia Beach, what's going on? Not one platform is going to be looking not to cover and watch this fight. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. So pay them. Cross your fingers. And at the very least, you're going to get your investment back. But it's the biggest fight. If we could put on Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin pay-per-view, okay, Rolly and Tank is on pay-per-view, people, at the Barclays Center. So if you can ask the fans and the viewers to pay for Rolly and Tank on pay-per-view, then what do you think you're going to get for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence? The build-up itself, the 24/7 that you're going to have, listen, have all access. Don't wait when you're having 4 episodes of all access towards the end of the camp. No! Have 10 all accesses. Have 8 all accesses. Each week you at their camp. And every week we get an all access from the very beginning of the signing. I'm a giveaway game, but I don't care right now. When they sign the contract, Steven Espinosa, Showtime, everybody involved, have all access there. Y'all ain't hear what I said. I'm going to say it to you again. Here's how you sell a fight. From the moment they sell a fight, once both parties agree, right? You can have them sign it and then go sign it for all access, right? You fax it over to him, he signed, you send it back. Well, now you tell him, listen, you got to show up in person at the office and sign the contracts. In the office. And book them at the same time. You book them at the same time. So guess what? Let's say Steven Espinosa, his office is in New York. Okay, you got Errol flying in New York. You got Terence flying in New York. You got all access there with Terence Crawford leaving Omaha. You got all access in Dallas with Errol Spence leaving Texas. Right? They flying back with them. Come sign these contracts. You getting Errol Spence's opinion as he's coming to New York to sign his contract. You getting Terence Crawford's opinion as he's flying in to New York to get his contract. Now you following them. You see them. They might cross paths in the hallway. When they came together at that fight in the hallway, when everybody know that video, Errol had on the red hoodie. Terence Crawford had on black. We all know what they had on. It went so viral that you remember what they was wearing. Y'all ain't hear what I said, man. We remember it so much that you remember. In Jersey, you don't know what you're talking about. See, this is the problem. Y'all be listening to people tell you, oh, the Latino crowd bring it. Man, stop. Stop it. So you have all access there when they sign in the contract. From that moment on, every week you get a new all access. Every week you get a new all access. You get the all access with them signing the contract, coming into New York, and them leaving. Do you know how viral that's going to be? You know how many viewers you're going to bring in? You know how much intrigue is going to be from that point on? That people are going to be like, hey, man, did you see that? Did you see that? And they cross paths in the hallway in New York, heading into the office to sign their contracts. They naturally going to promote it anyway once they see each other. They both got a chip on their shoulder this big. They ain't even got a shoulder no more. It's just a huge chip. So imagine Errol Spence coming into New York and Terence Crawford, and they see each other in the hallway. Bomac in the hallway. Come on, man. Oh, I see you finally signed and this, and this, yada, yada, yada. Come on, man. You know how enormous that's going to be? You know how much intrigue it's going to build? They did it for free. And look how much it got. Attention and traction it got. They did it for free. And look at the traction and attention it got. Just seeing each other in the hallway talking with Bob Arum standing there. Hey man, look at you. You chubby. You got this. This muscle. This, blah, 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 blah. 2 million views. And they was nowhere close to signing a contract. I knew you was gonna be here. No, you didn't. I tried to call you. Look how much views and attention and attraction it got. And we didn't even know if it was gonna happen or not. We knew nothing about it. We had no idea. So imagine what you're gonna think when you know it's gonna happen. Come on, man. Build it. See, here's the thing people forget. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao was built as well. Keith Jefferson, brother in Super Chat. He said Canelo rematch with Bivol is bigger in my opinion. No, it's not. Please stop it. Naeem Quiet Storm Tape, brother in Super Chat. Salute Blue, just here to support. Hashtag Philly. Salute to you, great brother. William MC Meyer, what's going on? Ain't no way Canelo versus Bivol is bigger than this fight. Stop it. Stop it. A1 Who's on, my brother Emmanuel H in the building in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, salute. Did they say where this lowball thing is coming from? I find it hard to believe when EJ is saying make the fight happen, period. No, it's coming. You got to listen to this. Stephen Espinosa comments on the interview he did, where he said everybody got to be, realistic with what they're looking for and what they're asking for. This is not Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, so everybody got to be realistic in their demands and the money that they're looking for, because it's not that fight, it's not this, and so on and so forth. That's where it's coming from. Jose Del Sol, brother in the Super Chat. On top of that, 80% of the people stealing. There you go. Man, I just had all types of Super Chats just disappear on me, man. All types of Super Chats just disappeared on me. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't understand what's going on with this. I just had all types of Super Chats just disappear on me. I see all of them, but I don't see them. I see them at the top, but I can't read them and put them on my screen. And I need y'all to get the likes up. We got 1,200 people here and 700 likes. That is not what it is. We got 1,200 people here and 700 likes. So you build up the fight. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao was built up. Okay? Nobody thought about Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd until Manny Pacquiao beat Oscar De La Hoya. When Manny Pacquiao beat Oscar De La Hoya, that's when people started talking about, we might have a guy that could actually beat Floyd Mayweather. And everybody pointed to Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Manny Pacquiao might actually be the guy to beat Floyd Mayweather. And then it started to build. LaFell Tyler Jr., brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother LaFell Tyler Jr. dropping that dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, brother. Jason Kelly, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said if they make the fight, I'm there. Maybe not in the building, but at least the vicinity. LOL, pay them both. It's worth it. Facts. Kendrell, what's going on? Facts, great brother. Mr. Miyagi, West Beemore, what's going on? Big Scat Straight, what's going on? Facts, you got to pay these fighters, man. You owe it to the fans. And you owe it to the fans. And guess what? The winner, you build them up to be on path to attempt to be the next Floyd Mayweather. That's what you do. Fabian Terry, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue. He said, what's up, Blue? This is a no-brainer. Pay these fighters and the fans will do the rest. Also, the wife said, how they going to come in Blue House and not hit the like button? Shake my head. She's family now, man. Facts. Salute to the wife, man. And y'all smash the like button, man. We got 1,230 people and 800 likes. That's 400 people moonlighting. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. And Fabian, tell the wife I said blessings to her. Facts. She 1,000% right. See, the queens they getting frustrated. Y'all got to step up, man. Play you, brother in the Super Chat. He said, man, Blue, how Blue not working behind the scenes? Man, it just needs to, I give away a little bit of game every now and then, but we gotta play you, man. These dudes you gotta think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Play you. That's all we gotta do. Think outside the box. My brother Keon said they think the sport is supposed to grow on fighters are supposed to do 1 million pay-per-views with minimal promotion. Back in the day, they promoted correctly and took that part serious. Facts, Key. And that's what I'm saying. Right now, build it up. Give them their money and build it up. Hey, listen, and put it in the contract. You got to do your part. No, Terence Crawford not wanting to do interviews, don't want to talk to this person. I don't talk to you. I don't like you. You be doing it. No, none of that. Bro, you got to talk to everybody. Period. Check the time. What's going on? It's the biggest fight in boxing. You got to talk to everybody. That's how it's going to be built. That's how you're going to get paid. You got to talk to everybody. Not seeing people like you see, and regardless of what your thoughts are and whatever, he see Ellie Setback. He didn't want to say nothing because Ellie Setback is with, be with Errol and be with Jamel and so on and so forth. No, you can't have that and get paid. It don't work that way. You need every media outlet and every inch and every ounce of exposure to get paid. So there's no such thing as seeing Ellie Setback and, I don't talk to Ellie Setback because Ellie Setback, he be with Jamel and Errol Spence. No! That's part of media. It is what it is. It is what it is. You don't gotta like him. But it's putting the word out there. And as many hands on deck is as many hands as you need to get your money and make this big fight. Because you ain't Floyd Mayweather, and because today's climate, people find a way to watch fights without having to do their due diligence. So guess what you got to do? I got to work. I got to work. Period. It just is what it is. Hey, I got to do this. You got to talk to Ellie Setback. Period. 2 words, 3 words. Yeah, listen, man, what you think about this, and this? Hey, man, go about your way. It ain't about none of that other personal. Oh man, I'm a real dude, and I don't talk to this person. And I don't talk to man. All of that got to go by the wayside. That's all for the birds, man. All that's for the birds. That's all for the birds, man. Jack T, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said Canelo was bigger draw to PBC guys. They made their money back and helped plant profile. In this case, their guy is the bigger draw and profile. Splits are based previous sales percentage. Hard numbers. Oh, agreed. Salute to my brother Jack T. Where you been at, brother? Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. But in this case, it's the biggest fight in boxing, and you got to go out on a limb. You just have to. You got to go out on a limb. You have to go out on the limb, and you have to say, all right, we going into this situation. Just at the very worst, we just looking to break even again. And if we could get, you got to look from that standpoint and actually build it up and promote the fight from day one. From absolute day one. Let's go ahead and we're gonna have to get the crew out there. We got to get the crew out to Omaha. We're gonna have to get the crew out to Dallas, and get yourself 6 episodes or whatever. They're in 8-week training camp. So if they're in 8-week training camp, listen, you want to get at least 6 episodes in, and then do the epilogue. That last episode they do right before the fight, don't need it. Do the one from the very beginning, and do the epilogue. The one right after. That's it. So instead of doing the 4 they normally do, and the last one is the one right before the fight, and then you get the one right after the fight is over. No. No. Salute to our Breezy brother, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Bud and Porter fought in front of 12K. Errol and Ugas fronted for the 40K. Offers will have to be realistic, Blue. Salute to the channel. Salute to my brother RBZ. Yeah, but even in that case, right, it's still a massive fight. It's still the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, and you got to pay how you weigh. We know that. And Terence Crawford is the B-side, for sure. But you still got to pay how you weigh. Big facts, no cap. What's going on? Because this is bigger. You have to. So my point is this, right? You're not paying for what Terence Crawford did in the past. You're paying for what he's going to do in the future. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? You're not paying for what Terence Crawford has done in the past. You know right now, just like everybody knows, it's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. So you're paying for the future. If this fight turns out to be, let's say this fight turns out to be Hagler-Hearns, do you know the anticipation for a rematch? Let me say it to y'all again. Imagine this fight turns out, and I'm not saying it turns out like that, but imagine the fight turns out to be like Hagler-Hearns. Do you know the anticipation for a rematch? You know how much people are going to pay and how anticipated it's going to be and historically how it's going to go down? A1 Hoops on my brother Manuel H in the super chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, oh, okay, well, check it out. Appreciate you educating me on it, OG. Salute to my brother Manuel H. And go subscribe to my brother A1 Hoops on. Yeah, so, you know, it's just the comments he made. It just leads you to believe, like, all right, man. Like he said, you know, then he, you know, obviously he don't want to put it out there. Terence Crawford is overpricing himself or nothing of that magnitude. But you can tell he's like, listen, everybody got to be realistic. Coltomatic, what's going on? Big Dog Willie, my brother in the super chat. He said Spence and Bud fans need to stick together on this. Need to stick together on this. Oh, facts. I agree with you 1,000%. But Big Dog Willie, they are without even knowing it. See, the thing is, Big Dog Willie, you can have the fans stick together on it without the fans even knowing. Because my brother Bish be Megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, friends with kids, have them subscribe to KK Pensa TV. Again, have them subscribe to KK Pensa TV. My brother Bish be Megastar Princess channel. Bish, drop the link. Carrie Pete, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said I would compare it to De La Hoya Trinidad. Facts. Facts. And that fight was entertaining, not as near as this, because there is no back down. Oscar De La Hoya was like, listen, I'm a boxer. I'm a better boxer. Let me outbox him. Let me move around, use my jab, so on and so forth. This ain't going to be that. I can guarantee you, Carrie Pete, this ain't going to be that. This ain't going to be that. Peace be free. What's going on? Super Mac Time. Donald Brown. What's going on, great brother? This ain't going to be that. Bible English. What's going on? I can almost guarantee you that they're going to let the sparks fly. Kellen 709. What's going on? DVJ 600. My brother. I can almost guarantee. Is there anybody in here? Marquis. What's going on? Healer the Mind Body Coach. What's going on? This girl love boxing. Peace, Butts Queen. How you doing today? Tiffany Love. Peace, Butts Queen. How you doing today? She said, I'm sorry I'm late, Blue. Yeah, just don't make it a habit, Queen. I'm all good, but just don't make it a habit. Billy Musa. What's going on? Miss T. Peace, Butts Queen. How you doing today? How you feeling today, Miss T? Macadosis, Mac of the South. What's going on? So my thing is this, right? Stephen Elder Matt. What's going on? Mashima Ayash. What's going on? It's going to pan out. Kevin Lausian, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at, bro? No love for your boy Blue? Kendrell, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, I sent you $5, not no Cinco. He said, and I'm up to do 12 push-ups and 2 packs of Gatorade a day, 60-40. I'll tear that up. Angry man voice. Salute to my brother, man. Kendrell. He said, Blue, I sent you $5, not no cinco. He said, and I'm to 12 push-ups and 2 packs of Gatorade a day. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. Jadavius 2310, Monica, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? I love y'all, man. Stephen Bateman, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, my money on Bud. That's what's up. So, Lee Faulkner, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, you said it right early, Blue. This is the biggest fight in combat sports, period, right now. And I'm an MMA fan. Also, salute to you. This is the biggest fight in combat sports. Bank on it. Push it. Trust it. Mr. Exclusive, what's going on? King Ferg, what's going on? Bank on it. Push it. Trust the process. Push the process. DT, what's going on? You know it's the biggest fight. I know it's the biggest fight. They know it's the biggest fight. We all know this is the biggest fight in boxing. Act like it. And push it. Act like you know it's the biggest fight in the world and push it. Invest in it. Take it to a press conference in the UK. Have a press conference in Omaha. Have a press conference in Dallas. Have a press conference in New York and LA. Mike Perkins, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said Crawford needs this fight now. Crawford turns 35 this year. They need to fight now. Agreed. Now, let me ask anybody this question. Is there anybody in here? Erica Bailey, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? AJ64, my brother. Is there anybody in here that believes that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is going to be a snooze fest boxing match? Anybody? Does anybody believe that Terence Crawford, Errol Spence is going to be a boxing snooze fest? Anybody? Keith Jefferson, brother in the super chat, said Canelo and heavyweight undisputed bigger than Bud Spence. No. No. Stop it. Stop trying to push narrative. It's fans like you is the reason why they don't want to make fights like this. It's because of fans like you trying to just make up stuff and push a narrative because you like a certain fighter. That's the problem. And it's fans like you that's saying silly stuff like that. That's why they don't want to make these fights happen. King Judah, my brother, what's going on? TR, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, it ain't like the old days with Top Rank. I remember 10 city tours, private jets. They can generate the funds and buys if they try. Facts. Act Rivera 84, what's going on? Facts. But when you get fans like this talking about, oh, Canelo and heavyweight, man, stop. Ain't no fight bigger than if Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. Stop it. Rondo Datcher, brother in the super chat, he said Spence and Crawford going to be a dog fight. Facts. Is there anybody believe that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is not going to be exciting? Shep 24, what's going on? Nobody believes this fight is not going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Now, I know Steven Espinosa and they ain't trying to lose no money. I know this, but trust it. And I know they're great businessmen at Showtime, great businessmen at the PBC. Trust the fight. Trust the fight. Sell the fight. Build the fight. Trust it. D Luckett, my brother, in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, yeah, it'll be Spence snoozing when Bud taps that shin. Hashtag respect. Hey, we got to see that. Daniel Ofo, what's going on? Anthony Robinson, King Slug, what's going on? King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Spence said, after I get this belt, third belt, y'all gonna see who holding up the fight. I think we starting to see what he was talking about. Yeah, but the thing is, deal with the TV. What's going on? The thing about it is, King Jude, is this, right? Big boy, do me a favor. Pass me 4 bottles of water. Oh, as a matter of fact, you see the black and white box? Give me one of those waters. King Alfred, a.k.a. Big South. What's going on? Keith Jefferson, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, I'm talking money-wise, heavyweight. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Keith Jefferson. This is the thing. You're right. As far as generating. Keith Jefferson, I stand corrected. You're 1,000% correct. But this is still the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. And it's going to generate more than those guys right now. Right? Canelo Alvarez versus whomever is not going to generate what this is going to generate, properly promoted, properly built up. It's not going to do it. And yes, as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. But it also, at this day and time, it also counts who is the heavyweight fighting for undisputed. Once upon a time, it didn't matter, right? But now, today's time, it matters. Who is fighting? You understand? Now, we know Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, at the height when they both was undisputed, when they both was undefeated for undisputed, nothing touched it. Nothing touched it. But Tyson Fury versus Usyk, it don't touch Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Canelo versus Bivol, it don't touch Errol Spence versus. Now, solely, he's a bigger commodity generation-wise, at least that's what they tell us, than Errol Spence individually or Terence Crawford individually, right? But the proof is this. In 2020, Errol Spence did a bigger gate than Canelo Alvarez. Which means Errol Spence ain't far behind. Which means if you include Errol Spence in the biggest fight in boxing and with Terence Crawford, and they both undefeated, that means a lot. That means a lot. Jack T, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping a half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, don't doubt it's a big fight. They're just not going to pay someone 2 to 5 times what they have proven they can generate. Business don't make financial decisions off opinion. They make it on data. Being boxing news, what's going on? Well, I have to beg to differ. And let me tell you why. What fight did you see Manny Pacquiao make $50 million in? Before Floyd Mayweather. What fight? And salute to my brother Jack T dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. What fight did you witness Manny Pacquiao breaking records? What records did Manny Pacquiao break without Floyd Mayweather? And when was the fight that Manny Pacquiao had that he was making $50 million? $40 million. He wasn't. But when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he got 3 times the amount he's ever made in his career. Remember, Floyd Mayweather even told him, I'll give you $50 million. I'll wire you $50 million right now. That's more than you ever made in your career. $50 million right now. I'll wire you $50 million. That was more than he ever made in his career. Well, Manny Pacquiao got $150 million. Floyd Mayweather got $200 million for the Manny Pacquiao fight. Or something of that magnitude. So Manny Pacquiao got triple amount of what he's ever got. He ain't break no pay-per-view records. Okay? It was solely based on being built as somebody have the talent to beat Floyd Mayweather. That's what it was built off of. He's the guy that could beat Floyd Mayweather. He's the guy that could beat Floyd Mayweather. That's what it was built off of. He didn't break pay-per-view records. Look at the top 5 pay-per-view records and remove Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao's not in it. Now, he's a major draw. He's a global icon and all of that, for sure. But you remove him and you insert Floyd Mayweather, that makes for the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. And he was built as the guy. He was already knocked out 3 times. Everybody just wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose. And he seemed like the guy that fit the bill that could accomplish that. Because look at his numbers after and before. Crawler low, what's going on? Proof is in the pudding. So remember, Floyd Mayweather said, I'm going to give you $50 million. That's the most you ever made in your career. I'll wire it to you right now. Why? Because he wasn't making that kind of money. He wasn't doing it. So when we say, well, you can't pay a man 3 times the amount, you can. You can. Because again, if Errol Spence did the biggest gate in 2020 with Danny Garcia, imagine what he could do with Terence Crawford. And the anticipation and the buildup. It's perfectly built up. It's at the perfect time right now. Solomon Walker, brother in the super chat, he says, soon as they pick a date, I'll put my pay-per-view order in. Agreed. Just like everybody else is. You think, man, listen. And then you got to secure it. You got to do the proper steps, man. It can be built, man. I'm almost certain Terence Crawford ain't asking for $30 million. $50 million. I know he ain't. So, like I said, if you give Jermell Charlo $10 million to fight Brian Castano on free pay-per-view, then you could give Terence Crawford $17 million, $15 million to fight Errol Spence in the pay-per-view biggest fight in sport of boxing. You could do it. Keith Jefferson, brother in the super chat, he said, what about when Canelo did $66K in Spence's backyard? What do you mean? What do you mean? Errol Spence sold out Cowboy Stadium as well, if that's what you're talking about. Doesn't matter. Canelo's supposed to. Keith Jefferson, let me explain something to you, because this is something y'all just be missing. I never said they're supposed to get Canelo Alvarez money, so please stop saying that. That don't even make sense. Stop talking about apples and oranges. I never said that they deserve to get Canelo Alvarez money. I said if you're willing to give him $55 million, then you could give a chunk of that to 2 separate fighters. That's what I said. And Errol Spence sold 40 to 50,000 seats in Cowboy Stadium as well. And Canelo Alvarez is more established than him. He's supposed to be doing bigger numbers than Errol Spence. He fought Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton. He's supposed to do those big numbers. So please stop saying that as if he accomplished something that you never seen. That don't make sense. He fought Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton. He fought as Floyd Mayweather co-main event a few times to be built up to where he is. He's supposed to do big numbers. Wow, man. George Grace, brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of $100 on your boy Blue. He says, salute, Blue. PBC needs to make the fight. Of course, Spence is the biggest star. The fight is worth it. Facts. Facts. Salute to my brother George Grace, dropping that quarter of $100 on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, brother. Says, salute, Blue. PBC needs to make the fight. Of course, Spence is the biggest star. The fight is worth it. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, they can't help themselves. Hey, but what about Canelo did this? What about Canelo did that? He's supposed to. Arguably the biggest star in the history of the sport of boxing. Numbers-wise, there is no argument. Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali, the 2 biggest stars in the sport of boxing history. Floyd Mayweather had Canelo Alvarez as his co-main event on his fight, giving him exposure. And then he fought him. He directly passed him the baton. And he was already a superstar in the making. He's supposed to do those numbers. Roberto Biro, brother in the super chat. Crawford defeats Big Fish and Iron Man. Oh, we gonna see. We shall see, right? We shall see. Tej 3575, brother in the super chat, dropping that on your boy Blue in the super chat. Reminds me of Leonard versus Hearns. 1, let's get it right now in 2022, excuse me. Agreed. I've been saying that. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao was the most anticipated fight in the history of sport of boxing, for sure, because of the way it was being built up. But the fight itself didn't live up to the billing. I knew the fight was going to play out. Most Floyd Mayweather fans understood and knew the fight was going to play out the way it played out. But it was the fact that people was anticipating Manny Pacquiao could actually beat Floyd Mayweather. That's what happened. But this fight right here is almost guaranteed to live up to the billing inside the ring. Man H, what's going on? Brother Rizzy, what's going on? Jesse R, what's going on? It's almost guaranteed to live up to the billing inside the ring. So with that said, right? Imagine if it turned out to be Hagler Hearns, right? Imagine that. And imagine the anticipation for a rematch. Imagine what you could do with it. Jack T, my brother in the super chat, he said, what if Bud acts at more than 30 million plus sales source? No, he's not. I know that for a fact, Jack T. Not even close. Daniel Offer, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said too many Spence fans are worried about A side, B side, and purses and expect Bud to take pennies. We are fans. Stop worrying about purses and A and B. We're not making a dime. Well, Daniel Offer, I beg to differ. See, the problem with that is you telling the fans, the consumer, what they should be doing. That's the problem. Never tell a consumer what they should be doing because they the one putting up the money for those purses. So Daniel Offer, I understand where you're coming from, and I completely respect what you're saying, and I do agree fans worry about that. But in the flip side of that, you gotta understand that fans are the ones that fit the bill. Without the fans, the purses A and B side, it's not even a factor. It don't even matter. So you gotta pay. You gotta allow the fans to be the fans. That's what grows the sport. That's what grows the fight. That's what that's where the money's gonna come from. Keith Jefferson, brother in super chat, he says supposed to. LOL. Why is it other people supposed to? What part of this don't you understand, Keith Jefferson? I'm not going to keep having this conversation with you. I'm just not, brother. You disrupted me and you disrupted my chat. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm not going to keep having this conversation with you. I'm just not. I don't know what you're talking about. Why other people what? I just explained to you that Floyd Mayweather, the biggest star in the history of the sport of boxing, directly passed him the baton. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. But please. You understand? I respect everybody and their opinions and everything. But if you want to come here, continue to move the goalposts just for the sake of, and you're just speaking just for the sake of speaking, I'm not going to have that conversation. Period. Tony Cricko, what's going on? It just gets annoying, and it just sidetracks me and from what we're talking about. So you can believe what you want to believe. I have no problem with that. Period. Super Mac time, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. We've been having some good fights this past month and more to come. Hashtag salute my brother Blue and family in the chat. Great. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Salute to my brother Super Mac time, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. You know, that's the problem. What happens is this, right? People believe what they want to believe, and then they trying to yes, sir, my brother Kevin Lau Senior, man. Missed you too, great brother. So what happens is this is what happens is people don't know what they talk about. They just repeat and rebuttal what they heard. They don't do their homework. They don't choose to investigate or do anything of that nature, and they just talking just to talk. And if you're going to do that, then you got to do it somewhere else. And I appreciate you supporting me and supporting the channel. But I tell you once, I tell you twice, I'm not going to do that 10, 15,000 times in one chat because you want to believe what you want to believe. Then go believe what you want to believe. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. Salute to my brother Super Mac Time dropping that dub on your boy Blue. So you believe what you want to believe. I mean, what you want me to tell you? You want to believe the sky is dark blue or it's the reflection on the ocean and or whatever you want to believe, then believe what you want to believe. Who am I to tell you anything? No problem. Have at it. Jack T, brother in the super chat, he said, what Oh, I already read that. Jose Luis Esparza, brother in super chat. Haney not man of his word. He ain't in Australia. Why would he be in Australia right now? Rod, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said if Canelo fought Bud or Errol next, it would be the biggest fight since Floyd. Yeah, I agree. Excuse my masculinity. What's going on? Number 3, what's going on? Easy T, what's going on? I agree with you, great brother. Mr. Mike, what's going on? He said, Haney not a man in his word. Why is he in Australia? Why would he be in Australia right now and the fight is 3 weeks away? Did he ever tell you he was going to be, I'm coming to Australia a month before the fight? What are you talking about? See, here we go again. Boy, people just, RJ Moore, brother in super chat, special with you, Blue. Thank you. This is big. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate my brother, RJ Moore. Tyrone Bradford, what's going on? Keith Jefferson, brother, back in the super chat. He said, De La Hoya passed the baton to Floyd. Mentioned that too. No, he didn't. You don't know what you're talking about and you sound silly. You just rebuttaling what somebody told you. Stop talking just because you can. Now go do your research. Now let me ask you this question. See, this is what I'm talking about. Right? This is what I'm saying. This is the last time I'm going to address you because you're starting to annoy me. Okay? So I'm going to address you this last time. Okay? At the time, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather was the biggest fight in the history of sport of boxing. How could it possibly be the biggest fight in the sport of boxing when Floyd Mayweather was a 4-division world champion, already a pay-per-view star, and already a Hall of Famer? He didn't directly pass him the baton, okay? It was Floyd Mayweather was still trending up, and Oscar De La Hoya was leveling off. It made for the biggest fight in the sport of boxing history at the time. How could he pass him the baton? That means De La Hoya was carrying the fight. Have you ever seen, let me ask you a question. What pay-per-view records did Oscar De La Hoya have that was broken? How many? Okay. They came together and it made for the biggest fight in the sport of boxing history. Yes, Oscar De La Hoya was a more of a crossover star than Floyd Mayweather at the time. But Floyd Mayweather was already a Hall of Famer, already a 4-division champion, and already the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. He didn't directly pass him anything. He wasn't on Oscar De La Hoya's, kept being on his co-main events and things like that and being built up. No, he built his own lane. Okay? And how could you possibly have the biggest fight in history if it was a one-sided affair? If that's the case, then Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather would be the biggest fight in history, and it's nowhere near the biggest fight in history. You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez wasn't the star that Floyd Mayweather was. So when you brought those two mega stars together, it made for the biggest fight in the history of sport of boxing at that time. So if that's the case, then Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather would have surpassed that as the biggest fight in the history. It didn't. You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez wasn't the star Floyd Mayweather is. So you can't have the biggest fight in the history of sport of boxing and it's one-sided. Stop repeating what somebody told you. Go do your own research and think for yourself. Mike Perkins, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said 50 million, Spence gets 30 million, Crawford gets 20 million, and everybody wins, even the networks. Agreed. But it could just, Mike Perkins, it could be 20-20, 20 million, and they get money on the back end. That's only 40 million. I mean, only 40 million is a lot of money, but $40 million. Or you give Errol Spence 22 million and you give Terence Crawford 18 million because Errol Spence is the biggest star, right? $40 million you shelled out. Big Dog Willie, brother in the super chat. Few Spence fans think they're getting paid in the split. I don't know about that. Rockmon Turner, what's going on? So people just be repeating things that they heard. Yeah, well, he passed him the baton. No, he didn't. It was one fighter still trending up, the other fighter at the tail end of his career. You brought two great fighters together, and guess what? You got the biggest fight in the history of sport of boxing. Period. That's what happened. Floyd Mayweather was already a 4-division champion, already a Hall of Famer, and he was already the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, and he was already a pay-per-view star. What are you talking about? Show me when Canelo Alvarez had fought and headlined any pay-per-view fight before he fought Floyd Mayweather. That was massive. Right, you didn't. Exactly. Jackie Johnson, what's going on? Well, people just be talking just because they can. Lord Sweat Real Chopper, what's going on? Rule the World TV, what's going on? TMF Streets, what's going on? Jose Luis Esperanza. He had a press today. He didn't show up. What does that mean? Is he fighting? That's all you should be concerned with. Senzo, South Africa, what's going on? Maya, what's going on? You know how many times fighters don't show up to press release or workouts? Tyrone the Great, what's going on? Kim Dunn, what's going on? Kim Dunn, what's going on? You know how many times fighters have presses and don't show up? Go do your homework on that. Gary Childress, what's going on? What does that mean? He ain't supposed to be in Australia right now. That's 3 weeks away. Why would he come to Australia right now? That would be a part of his game plan if he feel like going to Australia 3 weeks before the fight. Guillermo Maldonado, what's going on? And he feel like staying back and training and focusing on the fight. Well, that's his prerogative. Domino Love, what's going on? He did everything else. He showed up to everything else. So what difference does it make? And everything Kambosos has told you and didn't do and didn't follow through with, and you got the audacity to want to point out one thing Haney didn't do, apparently. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? Ricky Queen, what's going on? Daniel O for brother in the super chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said fair point, but Bud has been 1 and 2 pound for pound since like 2016-17. They both need each other for legacy. Make it 50-50, winner gets 60-40 in the rematch, my opinion. I understand what you're saying, Daniel, but it never works that way. That's not how the sport of boxing operates. Never has, never will. Anthony Sanders, what's going on? I understand where you're getting at from a fan point of view, because I could say the same thing. But from a business standpoint, you understand. Frequent Fire RC, what's going on? Jay Lynn, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? Daniel, I understand exactly where you're coming from a fan standpoint, just to get it done, and we want to see it. But business-wise, it's never been that way, and it never will be that way. Bless the Fish, what's going on? Because of all of the risks that these fighters are putting on the line every time they step through the ropes, all the hard work, all the road work they do on their own. They out there in the middle of the night by themselves, with their team, obviously, but they pounding the pavement, and it's a lonely sport. You do all that and you work this hard, and you get to this point, and another fighter ain't doing what you did as far as the business wise, and you want to get compensated for your services. Period. So it's not going to work that way. It don't work that way. It never will work that way. It's all about the you, brother in the super chat. Dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, salute, Blue. Keep doing your thing. Oh, for sure. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you 1,000%. DJ Trevo, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. So I understand what you're saying. Diggy Gong, what's going on? It just don't work that way. It just don't work that way. Jose Luis, here we go. You're going to stand on your square after Kambosos beats Devin Haney? What square are you talking about? Show me the square. Bobby Lewis, what's going on? What square are you referring to? You said, am I going to stand on my square? What square? How come Jose Luis Esperanza, how come you never asked George Kambosos Jr. to stand on his square? Do you hold him accountable for never standing on anything he says? Hakeem Lecco, what's going on? Will North America Group, my brother, what's going on? Andrew Maldonado, what's going on? Appreciate you, Andrew. Much love to you. G and Butter, what's going on? Kyron Johnson, what's going on? So Amar, what's going on? So Jose Luis Esparza, do you hold George Kambosos Jr. accountable for never standing on his square ever? Ever? Andrew Jones, what's going on? Sucker Free, what's going on? Deshaun Johnson, what's going on? Because I could run off about 4 things he said and never stood on nothing he said. He said he made the fight. He didn't make nothing happen. George Kambosos didn't make nothing happen. Stop it. You're not being a man of your word, and you're not standing on your square. Pretty Teddy, what's going on? George Kambosos ain't make nothing happen. Bob Arum and Devin Haney made this fight happen. He didn't want this fight at all. He wanted to fight Lomachenko. He ain't make nothing happen. So you just asked me if I'm going to stand on my square. Are you going to stand on your square? You wanted this work, now you got it. You wanted my attention, you kept going, now you got it. So show me when he stood on his square. He didn't make no fight happen. Bob Arum told them if they don't fight Devin Haney, after Lomachenko said no, okay? If they don't fight Devin Haney, right? Then he stated that they don't want no parts of it. April Lynch, peace and bless Queen. How you doing tonight? That's what Bob Arum and Top Rank said. Because Lou DiBella doesn't have a network. So what is you talking about? He made the fight happen. He ain't make nothing happen. Devin Haney was the one that went outside his comfort zone and said, I'll sign with Top Rank and Bob Arum and ESPN to make sure I secure this fight. And Bob Arum and ESPN and Top Rank said to George Kambosos and Lou DiBella, if y'all don't fight Devin Haney after Lomachenko not available, we don't want no parts of it. So guess what they did? They signed on the dotted line. Stop it. Daniel Staley, my brother, what's going on? Deshaun Johnson, my brother in the super chat, much love to you. Fit for Life, part 1, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, perfect scenario. Bud moves his camp to Dallas, invasion, LOL. Co-main, Boots versus Thurman, and they fight at Jerry World. Agreed. I don't know about fighting at Jerry World. Fit for Life, part 1, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Jackie Johnson, what's going on? I don't know about Bud going to Dallas. That ain't gonna happen. But I agree. Keith Thurman versus Jerome Boots Ennis. Oh, for sure. Keith Jefferson, brother, super chat. De La Hoya was doing almost 1 million pay-per-view every fight. Stop. Almost 1 million? Almost ain't 1 million. If I have $1 million and I spend $1, I don't have $1 million. So almost don't count. So that sounds good to tell the people, oh, he was doing almost. Almost ain't 1 million. Lord Sweat, Real Chopper, what's going on? So you stop it. He didn't do upwards of $1 million until he fought Floyd Mayweather. So you stop. And then without him, and here goes the proof. Then Floyd Mayweather, without Oscar De La Hoya, surpassed his record with Oscar De La Hoya 3 times over. TMF Streets, what's going on? What are you talking about? Without him. So get this. When Oscar De La Hoya didn't fight Floyd Mayweather, he didn't break no records. When he didn't fight Floyd Mayweather, he broke no records. When Floyd Mayweather didn't fight Oscar De La Hoya, he broke multiple records. You stop. This ain't your local barbershop with people that don't know what they're talking about. That you could just throw out numbers and think, oh, that works. Oh, this dude know what he talking about. Woo! He said Oscar. Woo! Yeah. No, that's your local barbershop, bro. This is Blue. That don't work with me. Juan Jr. Bossa, what's going on? He almost don't count. Easy T, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, brother. Almost don't count. He almost did. Almost. Jameson Rugu, dropping that on your boy Blue in the super chat. Haney did say he was going 3 weeks early to get acclimated to the climate. Did he say that? Because I had talked to Bill and I talked to Dev, and they ain't never told me that. And I knew the plan from the beginning. So I don't know if he said it in an interview or something, but when I told to them, I knew the plan was not to go 3 weeks early. So I don't know if he said that in the interview, but I knew the plan already, and I know the plan that they had set. Now I haven't talked to Bill in a couple of days, well, probably like a week. So unless they change the plan was never to go 3 weeks early. I knew the time frame and what they're going to do and how they're going to address it. So maybe Dev said, maybe he was off keel. Dev also said that he's going to be the 7th undisputed champion in history of sport of boxing. Him and Bill was saying that, and I kept saying that's not the case. They'll be number 8. So maybe he just misspoke at the time. But even so, if he goes 2 weeks early, what difference does it make? He's going. The point is, who cares if he goes 4 days, 4 hours before the fight? As long as he's there and he's fighting, it don't even matter. But that's not him being a man. What difference does it make? Why are we talking about Devin Haney not being in Australia yet and talking about he's not being a man of his word? How? What him not? That's his prerogative. When he wants to go there to set up camp and the fight, that's on Devin. What that got to do with anybody else? Nothing. If Dev want to go 4 days before the fight to set up his camp, that's on him. Who cares? What that got to do with the fight itself? It don't have nothing to do with the fight itself. Who cares? If he go over there 3 weeks, if he go over there this week, right? Boy, what's going on? If he go over there this week, just think about this. I want y'all to think about this. If Devin Haney go over there this week, he ain't going. What do the fans care and what do the people care? Because he ain't going around doing a media tour. He's going to be training. You ain't going to see him. It's going to be the same thing. Khalid Raouf Hamed Bey, what's going on? It's going to be the same thing as him right now in the States. You ain't going to see him. Ain't nobody going to see him. He ain't going out on the town. You ain't going to know where he at. So what difference does it make? What difference does it make? None. How would you know if he's there or not? He could be there and don't want to do the press. Oh my gosh, 808 Wireless, what's going on? Dev could be there and don't want to do no press conference. What difference would it make? It won't make a difference. Rome Empire, Stephen Bateman, what's going on? Rondo Datcher, brother back in the super chat, said, Blue, the chat family arguing over opinions. Yeah, I just let the family go, man. I just let the family go, great brother. To let them have at it. I just let them have at it, great brother. Manny Ortiz, what's going on? Bless the Fish, what's going on? William Quick, what's going on? So to me, it makes me no difference because guess what? If Dev was in Australia right now, Deontay Mosley, BC, what's going on, and said, I don't want to do no press. I'm focusing on what I need, the task at hand. Then what difference would it make to anybody else if he's there or here? That's his business and how he want to do it. Jose Luis Esperanza, brother in the super chat once again. No, Haney said he'll take same offer as Loma, and he did. Okay, so he took the same offer. So what's your point? Let's say he took the same offer. He didn't take the same offer. Chick Cicerelli, what's going on? This is why I tell y'all to repeat it to yourself in the mirror before you say it out loud. Because see, you don't think about things, right? You don't think it through before you say something. So you just said, well, no, Devin said he's going to take the same deal and then this, and this. Okay, cool. Now let's think about this, right? Now let this sink into you. How could he take the same deal as Lomachenko when he signed to Bob Arum in Top Rank and Lomachenko's already signed there? So clearly he didn't take the same deal because his contract includes him signing exclusive rights to Top Rank and Bob Arum. Lomachenko's already signed to Top Rank and Bob Arum. So how did he take a deal, the same deal? No, he took a different deal. He took a deal that sees his services signed to Top Rank. Tank fight next weekend. So he didn't take the same deal. And if he did, then he's a man of his word. Who cares? He signed to fight George Kambosos. Skills from New Orleans. What's going on, great brother? Why not? What's going on? Derek Gordon, 16, Deuce, Big G, my brother. Giovanni Walker, brother in Super Chat, putting up my refresher. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Mark it in 1, 2, 3. My brother in the Super Chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, why waste your breath and time on this dude? He's a troll. He gonna just switch accounts the day after June 5th. These dudes stand on nothing. Agreed. I just address everybody, man. Salvador, pardon me. No, I don't. I'm a super casual fan of MMA. Eric Fenton, what's going on? I'm too locked into boxing. Miss Aisha, peace of blessings, queen. How you doing today? So Salvador, I watch MMA occasionally. The woke sports fan, what's going on? I'm too locked in. I'm too busy and focused on boxing. I don't even have time. Occasionally, when my nephew tell me, "Hey, man, this MMA fight is coming up," I'll watch it. But 9 times out of 10, MMA is coming on the same time as boxing, and I'm not with it. Brian Williams, brother in the Super Chat, much love to you, brother. Appreciate you. So that's the truth. Truth of the matter, brother. I don't even have time to. Sheldon Peters, what's going on? To actually get into MMA. I used to watch MMA when Anderson Silva was at his apex. Brother Rizzy, what's going on? But I'm a casual. I'm an Anderson Silva fan. I used to love the Spider Silva when he'd get on the ropes and do, you know what I mean? I used to love Anderson Silva. But when he broke his leg, it went by the wayside for me. And I used to like old mixed martial artists like Frank, like Tito Ortiz and Frank. Oh man, how am I forgetting Frank's name? Tito Ortiz and Frank Shamrock, Ken Shamrock, excuse me, Ken Shamrock and Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva. Those are the fights I liked. I just lost all track of it. I used to love Ken Shamrock was my favorite. Ain't Frank Shamrock his brother? King Judah, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, your emotional brother Quincy Carter got triggered by my opinion yet again, so I'll make sure I say it bold. If the roles were reversed, purses and negotiation wouldn't be taking this long. I can agree with that. Monroe, what's going on? Alan Panica, what's going on? I do think in negotiation, Terence Crawford drives a hard ball. I will say that. I do believe that Terence Crawford drives a hard ball in negotiations. I will say that. So if the roles were reversed, I do think it would be an easier sell. Hold on 1 second. Jose Luis Esperanza, brother, back in the Super Chat. Cam will beat the brakes off your boy. Don't cry afterwards. Cool. I can guarantee 1,000%. Big fact, no cap. What's going on? That when Devin Haney wins, Jose Luis Esperanza will not be. We won't find him anymore. C. Coolidge, Daniel Stanley, 76. What's going on? Boris Don Trey. What's going on? You won't have any more sightings of Jose Luis Esperanza once Devin Haney beats Samuel Curitan. What's going on? Once Devin Haney beats George Kambosos Jr. Or he's going to change a name on his account and pretend that he was with Devin Haney. Guarantee you. Stephen Campbell, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a Duh on your boy Blue. He said Spence versus Crawford at Allegiant Stadium here in Vegas. I can't watch it on pay-per-view. I have to get 3,000 out my account to be in the building. Biggest fight since Leonard Hearns. I hear you, great brother. I'm going to order it and be there as well. And salute to my brother Stephen Campbell dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue. Appreciate you. I hear you. He said I'm taking that 3 racks out and go support in person. I'm going to order it and be there. Mad Screws, what's going on? Coleman Phoenix, Shacky Pete, what's going on? Robbie Sanders, D-Man Jr., what's going on? Joshua Riley, what's going on? And then it's Ken Shamrock and Frank Shamrock. Yamir Velez, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, why can't a joke like the Paul brothers put on a circus and make crazy money, but real fighters can't get paid what they're worth? Agreed. Agreed, brother. Agreed. Donald Favors, what's going on? Edo 9000, what's going on? King P 24/7. Carl Brown, what's going on, brother? So yeah, that's the thing, right? Sean Terence, what's going on? Our brother Rizzy, what's going on? Yes, Ken Shamrock and Frank Shamrock. They brothers, right? I know Frank Mayer, but Ken Shamrock got a brother, people. Pardon me, people. Kevin Lau, senior brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, life bumped me out of my lane. Miss you, Blue. What situation calls for a rematch with Bud versus Spence? Salute, Blue. Oh, man, hope everything is well with you, great brother. My brother Kevin Lau, senior, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. Hey, as long as one person not outclassed, just outboxed and outclassed from 1 through 12, the fight itself, it demands for a rematch. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to call for it. The anticipation of this fight, the intrigue, it's going to call for it. Especially, imagine this fight is a close fight come to a split decision. Or imagine if it's see, here's the thing. We get fights like the late great legendary Diego Corrales and Jose Luis Castillo, right? They fight each other, entertaining fight of the year, and we want to see a rematch. So imagine if this fight is, if anything, resemblance of that. As long as somebody don't get outclassed from round 1 to 12, and it's not even close and not even competitive, then it calls for it's going to call for a rematch. But especially if it goes the distance and it's a close fight and things of that nature. Oh, it's going to demand a rematch. Sammy Curity, my brother in the super chat, he said PBC big check for Canelo, but they nickel and diamond the Spence versus Crawford fight. Yeah, they just can't do it. It's not the PBC, I don't believe. I believe it's just Showtime. Just got to put up that big money, man. See, you put out there that Terence, that Canelo was offered $100 million. You're gonna have to put up, man. It's worth it, man. And you owe it to the fans, man. The sport owes it to the fans. Randy Gaines Sr., brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said here in Dallas, Errol can sell our AT&T without Bud. I feel Crawford needs to take a pay cut. It's not a pay cut. He just need to get paid what he deserved for a fight of this magnitude. You paying not for what Crawford did in the past. You paying for what he's going to bring for the future. You paying for what he's going to do for you in the future. The potential. It's like any other sport. You paying for what this player can help bring to your team. They may not be, they may not be the number one option, or not maybe be number two option. But guess what? They're gonna help get you over the hump. For instance, let me give you an example. I know people gonna say, "Hey, well, this ain't basketball." Well, remember, you had the Chicago Bulls brought they brought in Dennis Rodman, paid him big money. They ain't paid Dennis Rodman big money. They didn't just pay him big money because they wanted him to be the leading scorer on the team, or they wanted him to be, to lead the team in assists and things of that nature. No, they paid Dennis Rodman because he helped get them over the hump. What he could provide for them moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you pay Terence Crawford for what he's going to provide in the future. You already have Michael Jordan, quote unquote, right? And Errol Spence. You understand what I'm saying? You already have your Michael Jordan, and so now you investing in him getting you over the hump. Simple. But as far as Errol going to Terence Crawford going to Dallas, that's not gonna happen. Bless the Fish, what's going on? Rashad Duncan, what's going on? Jack T, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, agree. Spence would bet on himself, take less of money so he can become the man. Unfortunately, this make Bob look right by saying he's difficult to work with. Think Bud will only do it for Manny. Well, you got to keep in mind too that Terence Crawford he'll be 35 years of age. He's gonna be 35 years of age as well. You know what I mean? So you got to take that into consideration too. He got to cash out. You know what I mean? And so you're gonna pay for Terence Crawford's services. You already got Errol Spence. Imagine this. And two, you got to look at it from this standpoint. Like I was saying, Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford. You still have Errol Spence. So imagine how you gonna market now Errol Spence moving forward. Imagine what you could do for Errol Spence moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine what he could do for him moving forward. Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford. Imagine how you're going to be able to market and promote Errol Spence moving forward. Enormous. TMF Streets, brother in super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, be real for top black fighters. I love how you with the straight facts, Blue. Salute to my brother. Appreciate you, TMF Street, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Christopher Hayes, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, what's good, Blue? You heard it here first. There's a 90% chance Devin Haney was on a flight on Wednesday. Even if he wasn't, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if he's in Australia, if he's in Vegas, if he's in LA, if he's in New York. I don't care where he's at. I know where he'll be June 4th and June 5th, Christopher Hayes. That's all that counts. Where he's training, where he's setting up, and where he's doing all that is null and void. I know where he'll be June 4th in the States and June 5th in Australia. He'll be in a square circle. I know that. So I know people just, here's the thing, right? They know that it's a massive chance that Errol Spence, that Devin Haney wins that fight. That's the problem. Steve Young, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, "Hey Blue, do you think Tank and Castano would be a good fight?" Tank and Castano? No. Brother, Castano fight at 54, Tank fights at 35. They 20 pounds or heavier. They 25 pounds, nearly 20. They 20 pounds apart from each other. No way. Steve Young dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. AJ Johnny is the name, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, met this dude at work today that was just on Haney for no reason. They preying on young man downfall. Oh, yeah, of course. Donald Brown, what's going on? Because this is why Johnny is the name. They see, child, please, what's going on? They see another possible Floyd Mayweather and not lose it. See, they want to get it over with. You understand? Johnny is the name. They want to get the loss over with. They don't want to get to the end of the line, and now you get to where Floyd Mayweather was, and you like, man, I hope this is the guy. Man, I hope this guy that beats Errol Spence or Terence Crawford, or unfortunately for Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, they're gonna offset each other. But and I hope this the guy that beats Devin Haney. I hope this the guy that beats Shakur Stevenson. I hope this the guy that can beat Boots Ennis. I hope this the guy that can beat Tank Day. Just a hope card. That's what happened. It's the facts. Keith Jefferson, brother in the super chat. Spence and Bud, not big enough names. It's 10 million fight. Okay. Okay. T Bugs, my brother, what's going on with you? Curtis Robinson, brother in super chat. Blue, Oscar making Bivol fight Zordo Romero. Zordo deserved the fight. Zordo deserves that fight. He's been in position to fight for a title for a long time, man. Zordo deserves it, man. He deserves it. So he's not making him fight him. Tux Brown, what's going on? That fight needs to happen. That fight needs to happen. Jose Luis back in the super chat. We don't want to hear that he was jet lagged excuse. Of course he won't be jet lagged, brother. You know Devin Haney's rich. He's gonna fly. He's gonna fly on. He got a full bed, probably king size bed. He's gonna have a 60-inch TV on the flight. You know what I mean? He flying private. He could get up, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Probably got a sauna room and a gym on the flight. You know, work out. Don't worry about him being jet lagged. Just worry about your boy George Kambosos Jr. actually showing up and doing what he said. Because up until this point, he's done nothing he said he was going to do. Nothing. Dan P, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, what's good, Blue? Shout out from Jalisco, Mexico. Love and respect to the channel. But in your honest opinion, what does Canelo have to do to be on your top pound for pound list, brother? Dan P, my brother, salute to you, and I appreciate you and I respect you. But you should look at my pound for pound list because he's never not been on there. He's always been on there. I had him at number 2 all this time until he lost 2 Saturdays ago. He's been at number 2 on my pound for pound list up until he lost to Dimitri Bivol 2 Saturdays ago. So you gotta I don't understand how you listening to what I'm saying and telling you and then say that what do he have to do to get on my pound for pound list? He's been on there this entire time. I never not had him on the pound for pound list. Yavi Smoke, what's going on? Nobody 2000, what's going on? He's been on my pound for pound list forever. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, great brother. Manny King, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, you have to admit Bud did this to himself. He's been taking chump change from Bob for years, and he put up with a lot of disrespect, but Bud set his price. Yeah, I agree with that. Business-wise, he put himself in this position. Dion Easton, what's going on? Bika Singh, what's going on? Business-wise, he definitely put himself in this position. No doubt about it. D. Spence, no doubt, great brother. No doubt about it. He put himself in this position business-wise. Curtis Robinson, what's going on? I can't argue with that. Can't debate that. You got to hold yourself accountable for sure. Steve Young, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I meant they were saying in the same, if they was in the same weight class, that would be action-packed. Oh, for sure. If they was in the same weight class, Steve Young, Tank Davis and Brian Castano, that's a can't-miss fight of the year. Can't miss. Miss Joette, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing tonight? You're very, very late. 2 hours late. Yeah, if they was in the same weight class, Steve Young, for sure. That fight would be epic. Woo, that would be epic. King Judah, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, from what I hear, the PBC is not going to give Bud 50-50. They aren't about to lose money like Top Rank in overpaying. I know the fight will make money, but they aren't willing to take that chance. What do you think is fair? I think it's fair to give him $15 million. I don't know about the 50-50 split and the back end money and things of that nature, but I do feel like they should give him. I do feel like they should definitely give him, give him about $15 million. $15 to $20 million, somewhere in between there. I don't know about that 60-40, 50-50 split and all that. But salute to my brother King Judah dropping that dub on your boy Blue. But that's what I think they should do. Give him about $15 to $20 million. Give him a share of the revenue split in the back end. And then work it out from there. I mean, if he asking for more than that, then now you're not just being realistic. If you're asking for more than that, THT kid from Philly 215, my brother, what's going on? Beatmaker, what's going on? I mean, if he's asking for way more than that, then I mean, now you're just not trying to make the fight happen. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat, if Dev win anyway, he can avoid the rematch, Blue. No. Only way M2CA49, what's going on? Only way he could do that is if George Kambosos is like, listen, I don't want the rematch. Or Toon, what's going on, great brother? Or you may have Bob Arum and Top Rank saying, listen, it was such one-sided fight. You need to get back in the win column, take your time before you go back into a rematch. Let's build it back up. Because I believe that Devin Haney has like a 3-fight deal. So let's say, they tell George Kambosos, listen, just go ahead and step aside, let Lomachenko fight Devin Haney, and you build your name back up, get back in the win column, and you fight the winner of that fight. You know what I mean? If it's just a one-sided dominating performance on the part of Dev, and people, the demand is not there. You understand what I'm saying? And Top Rank ain't trying to lose no money. They could tell him, listen, bro, we know you got a rematch clause. Take a little step aside money. You know what I mean? Allow Devin Lomachenko possibly to fight. Get back in the win column. And then we guarantee you the winner of this fight. Do it like that. You know what I mean? But as far as if he just don't want to do it, well then legally ain't nothing they could do. He got to fight. They got to fight. It's unfortunate. Marvelous Tracks, brother in the super chat. Will judges try to rob Haney like Canelo fight? Hey, listen, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of home cooking going on. But I think that Dev going to win so one-sided. He's going to separate himself. It's going to be such an impressive performance that I don't think that the judges will be. Even though Bivol was impressive, dominant performance. George Kambosos is not the star that he's not the superstar that Canelo is. Canelo's the face of the sport of boxing, and they're just pushing the Canelo Alvarez fight. You understand what I'm saying? He's not that. So, it's not enough to build him up. So, if it's a one-sided dominant performance, it's not even worth it. You understand what I'm saying? Because the demand would be there for Dev to fight Lomachenko anyway at that point in time, if you top-rank Bob Arum and ESPN. So Dev dominate this fight one-sided, and it's not even close. Well, the demand for Devin versus Lomachenko would be even bigger than George Kambosos and Lomachenko in Australia again. And they could bring Lomachenko and Dev back to the States, keep the money in house. You understand what I'm saying? It just makes more business sense. Raymond Murphy, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue Bud. Had a great weekend, enjoyed the Boots win, and Charles became undisputed. Off topic, I brought that Creed Silver Mountain water after you mentioned Creed Millesimi Imperial. My lady loving it. Oh, yeah. I can't never pronounce the name, man. Yeah, I love Creed, bro. Creed is like, but I only wear Creed, I put on my Creed, when I'm going out, when I'm wearing, when it's very formal, things of that nature is when I wear Creed. I don't wear Creed just cause. Never have, I don't wear it casually. You know what I mean? I wear Prada and Dior is my go-tos. I love Prada and Dior. Those are my go-tos. You know what I mean? But Creed is different, man. Love Creed. Love Creed, man. He said, my lady loving it. I'm sure, man. Creed is, woo, you can't go wrong with Creed. Creed is the creme de la creme. Tomorrow, more time. What's going on? Creed is la creme de la creme, brother. I love my Creed. It's just super expensive. Big George 850. What's going on? Will North America Group, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother Will North America Group, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue. He said, what's up, Blue? Word to the God. Bless you, Femo. I truly don't know about heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua, how good is he? Why hasn't he fought? RP to the Victor families from Buffalo. Please vote. Yes, sir. Anthony Joshua, you're not very aware what goes on in the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua is lost. He lost his last fight with Alexander Usyk. He's going to be an underdog in his rematch with Usyk. Looks like it's going to come up in July. I think he has a chance to beat Alexander Usyk. I don't, but I don't know if he will. I definitely see, Usyk being a favorite, and I can see how Usyk can win. Joshua can win. He's a good fighter. He's a bit robotic and predictable, but he has power. He is fundamentally sound, and he's a very, very good fighter, in my opinion. But is he going to beat Usyk in a rematch? I don't think so. But it's going to be epic, bro. The heavyweight division right now has lost some of its luster. The excitement. Deontay Wilder was the excitement. He was the excitement. Facts. He was the excitement. That's a fact. And salute to my brother Will North America Group dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue. RJ Mall, brother in Super Chat. Blue, you are on fair, brother. Appreciate you, great brother. I appreciate you. So now, let me get into this, right? Master Allah, what's going on with you, King? So now let me get into this, right? Timothy 72688. What's going on? Terence Crawford and Errol Spence needs to happen. And I understand that everybody wants to talk about money and nobody wants to lose money. I understand Stephen Espinosa and Showtime, they don't want to lose no money. Agreed. Nobody wants to lose money. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody. Absolutely nobody wants to lose money. They don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, you owe it to the fans. You owe this fight to the fans. And the fact that these numbers came out that you was willing to pay Canelo Alvarez $100 million to fight Jamal Charlo and possibly Errol Spence or David Benavidez as well. Jamal Charlo has headlined one pay-per-view card. David Benavidez has never headlined a pay-per-view card. Yes, Canelo Alvarez is a massive draw, but you're talking about guys that never headlined a pay-per-view card and done big numbers. But you're willing to give Canelo Alvarez $100 million. Well, yes, Terence Crawford has not generated the massive numbers that Canelo Alvarez generates. Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? And that's understandable. But on the flip side of this, together, when you bring Errol Spence together with Terence Crawford, let's see how it works. Before we go, Rich Paul, what's going on? Criminal Crime, what's going on? Adam, what's going on? Before we so quick to douse it and say, well, this ain't Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, so I don't know what it's going to bring to the table, and I don't know if it's worth paying it. Before we get to that, let's bring these two dudes together. I mean, when they came together for one time and had one face-off, with neither one of them had a fight. Nobody we expected to happen next, right? Shawnee D, what's going on? None of that, right? But you brought them together and it went viral. Okay, everybody that talked about that clip of them coming together, and talking and whatever they was doing, everybody did 50,000 plus views. Every single person that talked about it. Every single person that was the topic did at least 50,000 not buys, 50,000 views. And all they did was come together and just jaw back a little bit of jawing back and forth. Hey, man, you this and you that, man. I knew you was going to be here, this, and this, right? 50,000 views. So imagine if you promote it right and bring them together and actually get behind it and push it. Imagine what it can do when it's a reality. That was the unknown. You understand? The big platforms was doing millions, hundreds of thousands. I did hundreds of thousands. I did one of mine. They 400,000. Right? People was doing million views and 2 million views. I think Fight Hype might have did 2 million views. Ellie did like 1.5 million. It went viral. People couldn't get enough of it. So imagine, and that was the unknown. We didn't even know what was to be in the future. So imagine we bring them together and you saying, now we're going to fight. They ain't short on words towards each other. They ain't going to be short. Jordan, salute to my brother in Jordan, Isom, Jay Isom. Jordan is going to be on it. Bernie going to be talking. Bomac going to be talking. Derrick James is a man of few words. He ain't going to be out there, but he can if need be. You understand? Jamel and Jamal going to be present at the press conference. Jamel and Jamal going to be at the press conference. Come on, man. You're going to have Jamel Charles at the press conference, Jamal Charles at the press conference. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And you promote it right and get behind it right? Come on, man. It's going to be huge, man. Miss T, she said they all going to be facts. Can you imagine the build-up, Miss T? Can you imagine them going back and forth? And hey, man, if we had just Terence Crawford and Errol Spence coming together, right, and they went viral, just the two of them. Imagine with my brother Jordan there, and imagine Bernie there, and Jamel and Jamal is there, and Bomac is there. And come on, people. It's worth the money. It's worth the chance. What I'm saying is this. It's worth the chance. Because the intrigue, the buildup is going to be enormous. Do your 24/7 correctly, all access. I keep saying 24/7 because I'm used to, that's what it was when Floyd brought it about. So bring that all access, to watch them sign the contracts. You know how many fans is, you know how much views Showtime is going to do if you have all access to watch them sign the contracts? You know how many views and how much interest and intrigue is going to be there if you just had cameras there to watch them sign the contracts? Do you understand? Yeah, give me my contract. Yeah, you ain't no backing out now. Ain't no backing out now. Look, give me my Heartless Production. What's going on? Yeah, give me my contract. And you got both teams there. And here go my contract. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, man. You're going to draw so much attention and so much intrigue. Come on, man. Your man Velez, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue in the super chat. Says Spence versus Crawford, in my opinion, would be the Sugar Ray versus Tommy Hearns that everyone wanted at that time. Agreed. Agreed. I agree with you. Batista 2, what's going on? Dedrick Swanson, what's going on? I agree. RJ Moore, brother, back in the super chat. Spence over is such a great ambassador of the sport. Yeah. So just think about this, right? If you factor in all of those things and you bring them together and you capitalize on it, you're going to get your money. You're going to get your money. Now, again, I'm speculating. I don't know if Terence Crawford is asking for $50 million. Well, if he's doing that, then it's not going to happen. Darius Bradley, what's going on? Then it's not realistic. Memphis Man, what's going on? David Harris, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, brother. If he's going that route, then it's not realistic, right? And it's just not realistic. Mr. Drick Joe, what's going on? Well, if he don't take 60-40, then he's not realistic. I'm saying give him a guaranteed purse of about $15 million. $15, $20 million. Give him a guaranteed purse. If Jamel Charlo got $10 million to fight Brian Castano in the rematch, give Terence Crawford. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. You could squander up another $5 million. Give him the $5 million. Make it happen. If you could give Jamel Charlo $10 million to fight on a non-pay-per-view card against Brian Castano, Mr. Blue, what's going on? Mike Lee, what's going on? You could squander up another $5 for a pay-per-view fight with Terence Crawford. Donnie Pruitt, what's going on? Nathan Budaman, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Then you could squander up the difference, in my opinion, if that's the case, right? I mean, he's going to give Canelo $55 million. So if you're going to give him 55, see, this is the part that people don't pay attention to. You're going to give Canelo 55, you're going to give Jamal Charlo $10 million. That's $65 million. And there's no guarantee it's going to do big numbers. Right? Christian Berry, what's going on? If you're going to give Canelo $55 million, then that means you're going to give Errol Spence or David Benavidez or Jamal Charlo at least $10 million. Like you did with Caleb Plant. Canelo got 50 million. Caleb Plant got 10. That's $60 million. If you could give them $60 million, you can find $40 million for the biggest fight in boxing on pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying. Monty Norman, what's going on? But Terence Crawford gotta be willing to take 60-40. Bro, you are not now again, who am I to tell anybody what they believe they're worth? I'm just basing it off the numbers. A lesson learned. What's going on? Based off of the numbers, based off of what we see and what we know, Errol Spence is bringing in is a bigger attraction. That's not debatable. We talk sports. What's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Errol, that's not debatable. I don't care. David Harris dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying? It's just non-debatable. Ty's brother in the super chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Spence got 3 belts and Bud got 60-40 is a gift for Bud. If Bud don't take the 60-40, then he don't really want the fight. Bud fans need to call him out. Agreed. Greenhill Dunham, what's going on? Dallas Hughes, what's going on? Because my thing is this, right? Mr. Holmes, what's going on? Who I think Boots fights next? Who I want to see him? Who I think you? I think he's gonna fight Stanionis. Who I want to see him fight? Keith Thurman. So with that said, the numbers don't lie. Okay, they tell the truth. No matter how much of a fan you are and how much support you say you have, and things of that nature, that's all well and good and well. Desmond Stone, what's going on? But the facts remain the facts. Walter Frisbee, what's going on? The facts is that Errol Spence does bigger numbers, and he deserves a bigger share of the pie. Period. That's not debatable. It just is what it is. That's just business one-on-one. You understand what I'm saying? It's just business one-on-one. It's no slight to anybody. It's just business one-on-one. Successful hustler, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I don't know, but it's like PBC either don't believe Spence will win and loss will mess up his value, or they don't believe they'll make money. What you think? And then they're confident that Errol Spence will win the fight. They're not confident that Terence Crawford is a big draw and that they'll get their money back, is what I believe. Because of the amount of money Terence Crawford is looking to generate. And they're probably going based off of what his last earnings was, which is not fair. Because, again, like I said, when you look at the Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather situation, if what Manny Pacquiao was looking to pick up with 3 losses, multiple losses, I think he had 5 losses at the time, and multiple draws. So, and was knocked out 3 times by the time he fought Floyd Mayweather. And so you wasn't basing it off of the numbers he made before. You was basing it off of what it stands to make in the future. And that's what I'm saying with Terence Crawford. You're not going to pay Terence Crawford. Jay Cooley, my brother, what's good with you, brother? Where you been at? DP Rocker, what's going on? You're not paying Terence Crawford for what he did in the past. You're paying for what he's going to bring in the future. That's what you're paying Terence Crawford for. Not for what he did in the past, for what he's going to bring in the future. Princeton Duval, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Bud got undisputed at junior welterweight though, and he got that fat O on his record too. 55 Spence, 45 Crawford. Boots get Thurman out of there in 5 rounds. What he did at junior welterweight don't count. Has nothing to do with anything. It's numbers. What has he done as a professional? It don't matter what he did as a junior welterweight. Yes, we know that as far as his status is big, but that don't work in negotiations. It's the business. Okay, yeah, you won undisputed belts, but what big fights were they? They wasn't. Okay, where's the groundbreaking fights that you had? They don't exist. So therefore, right, you have to take into account that 60-40 is just what it is. When Errol Spence has you got to figure it. Fact this in. Terence Crawford has 3 pay-per-view fights, and he did 150,000 with Amir Khan, 60,000 with Victor Postal. They're saying let's say 200,000 with Sean Porter, right? So you add that up, right? That's they say it's 190, but okay, 200,000 with Sean Porter, 150,000 with Amir Khan. That's 350,000, and you factor in the Victor Postal fight. That's 410 total thousand. Well, Errol Spence against Mikey Garcia alone did 350,000. That's only one fight. Don Sapansky, what's going on? Dawn Jenkins, Gotcha Game, what's going on? That's only one fight. So I did 350,000 in one fight. You only outsold me in 3 fights by 60,000. So my one fight to your 3 is separated only by 60,000. Well, there's no comparison now. I mean, there's no comparison. So then let's do the weigh-in, the weights, right? Let's just weigh the both. So your 3 to my 1 is only 60,000 more pay-per-view buys. So now if I take 3 of mine to your 3 total, is an enormous difference. Right? 350 with him and Sean Porter, 3.25 with Sean Porter, 350 with Mikey Garcia. That's 675,000 pay-per-views. That means my 1, you got me by 60,000. My 2, I bring in another one, then I have you by 275,000. It's not even close. Kevin Lau Sr., salute to you, great brother. Hope all is well with you. I got you by 275,000 pay-per-views. You understand? So my 1 at 350 to your 3 gives you 410 of 350. So you got me by 60,000. 3 to 1. But now I factor in, I bring in another one of mine, right? And I have you now I do 675,000 with 2, and you did 410 with 3. And I still got a few more to bring in. I got 2 more that I could bring in and tack on. And I still got 2 more that I could bring in and tack in to make that number even bigger. That we ain't even gonna count that. So my 2 versus your 3, and I'm still doing a whopping difference. Right, Leandre Lee. I could just compare the Porter fight. You did 190 to 200. I did 325. That's 125, 100, or if they say 190, that's 135,000 difference. I mean, come on. It's not close. It's just not. So 60-40 would be fair. Raymond Murphy, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said you are right on wearing that creed for stepping out occasions. Jean Paul Gaultier cologne and 212 cologne by Herrera is my go-to. But back on topic, just my opinion, Errol Spence Jr. will finish Terence Crawford by the 7th round. Salute to my brother Raymond Murphy dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Yeah, my go-to on my everyday is Prada, man. Prada Black, Prada Ocean, Prada whatever. I love Prada, man. And Invicta, Raymond Murphy. Invicta and Prada is my go-tos just on an everyday basis. And every now and then, if I really want to get really fancy on them, I'll go with my Dior. But those are the ones that get the most play on a daily basis. Dior, Prada, all my Pradas. I got like 5 different Pradas. And Invicta. And I got 2 Invictas that I use. 2 different Invictus, and I got like 4 or 5 different products in my Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage, you can never go wrong with that, ever. Sir _ Rawness, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, I feel Bud will take the 60-40 split in favor of Spence. Do you think Crawford will do a 3-fight deal with PBC if Crawford wins or loses against Spence? What would his other 2 fights be? He won't do a 3-fight deal, but I could see him doing a 2-fight deal. And the second fight would be Jamel Charlo. I believe it'll be Jamel Charlo. I don't think he'll do a 3-fight deal, but I do think he'll do a 2-fight deal. And I think it would be Jamel Charlo. And it would make sense for him in his career. It's ironic because remember they said when I said that he's going to sign a 2-fight deal, oh no, they ain't going to do that. He ain't going to do that. I mean, but then he told you that he wanted to fight Errol Spence and then Jamel Charlo. Well, to do that, you have to fight a 2-fight deal. Lao, yo, what's going on? Black Injured brother in super chat. Is it dangerous for Bud to be sidetracked with Mel? What you mean sidetracked? What are you talking about? Thinking about Jamel Charlo? No, I don't think it's distracting if that's what you're saying. If that's the case. No, he ain't distracted by that. Looking past him, he ain't looking past him. Trust me. Jamel Charlo, that fight is important to him. It ain't that important where he overlooking Errol Spence. Now, I do think that he dislikes Jamel Charlo more than he does Errol Spence, but it ain't that important that he's overlooking Errol Spence. No, sir. Absolutely not. Hector Reyes, what's going on? Miss Joette, who do you think is a good fight for Boots next? Keith Thurman, Stanionis. Both of them, either one. Obviously, I want to see him and Keith Thurman. It's a bigger status fight, right? I think it's a big status fight for Boots, right? To get the Keith Thurman fight. It's a legacy fight for Boots. Stanionis is a good fight. It's a good step-up fight, quote unquote, if that's what you want to call it, for Boots. But Keith Thurman, he represents a legacy fight. So the best fight for Boots is Keith Thurman. Miss Aisha Queen said not Ortiz. Absolutely not. Virgil Ortiz he's proved nothing. He's in the same boat as Stanionis. A lot of Choice 12 Osborne, what's going on? A lot of potential. Satone Hemingway, what's going on? Conor Ben, same thing. A lot of potential, but they're not legacy fights. They're in the same boat as Stanionis. You make a fight with Stanionis and Conor Ben or Stanionis and Virgil Ortiz, well, those are 50-50 fights. So they're the same level. Don Gotti, what's going on? Keith Thurman is a legacy fight. Keith Thurman is a 2-time unified champion. Keith Thurman was at one point in time the best welterweight in the world. He was the face of the welterweight division at one point in time. Keith Thurman has beat Sean Porter. He beat Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman is already established. I'm hearing Adrian Broner is going to fight Omar Figueroa. Sweaty KFC, brother in the super chat. Thoughts on Abdullah Mason as a boxer? Great boxers. I think the future is bright. I think they're going to be great fighters, man. I'm very high on the Mason brothers. Salute to the Mason brothers. All of them are very, very good fighters. I think they all going to be, big, big, big name fighters, man. And very high on their all of their skill set. Raymond Murphy, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another Cinco on your boy Blue. He said the reason I say that EJ will finish Crawford by the 7th round or no more than 8 is because of the body work and volume of work, constant pressure. Agreed. I think that's going to be the difference. The work rate, the physicality. There's a lot of things that factor in. Terence Crawford don't look comfortable to me when he's fighting on the inside no more. Dog Gentleman 1735. What's going on? He just don't. He don't look. He don't look comfortable fighting on the inside no more. Xavier Hines. What's going on? If he ever looked comfortable on the inside, he was always elusive to me, but not comfortable there. And he looked even more uncomfortable on the inside with these bigger guys. Rondo Datcher, brother in the super chat, he said Uga said Spence is #1 pound for pound over Crawford. Yep, I'm sure, especially after that showing. He learns firsthand, and he fought Terence Crawford twice in the amateurs. Obviously, Terence Crawford is a much better fighter than he was in the amateurs, but he has an idea of what Terence Crawford brings to the ring. Julius Thomas, what's going on? David Jackson, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "What's up, Blue? Believe it or not, I think Keith Thurman will be tough test for Boots. Boots will definitely be touched." Keith Thurman's a very, very, very good fighter. Former world champion. Tough fight for Boots. Yeah. Is he going to touch Boots? Possibly. Grinchy Man, what's going on? How often? Can he do it consistently? I don't think so. And the speed difference, the size difference, the aggression of Jaron Ennis, the accuracy of Jaron Ennis. I see Jaron Ennis eventually. See, the thing is, Keith Thurman can't avoid what Jaron Ennis is going to bring to the table. Can't do it. All West, what's going on? Too big, too athletic, too strong, too quick. He's going to have a very, very, very tough time avoiding Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is going to. Keith Thurman's going to have a tough time avoiding Boots, and Boots is going to go to the body, and he changes levels very well. Jab to the solar plex. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion. Virgil Best, what's going on? So yeah, I think the athletic ability of Keith Thurman, the boxing ability of Keith Thurman, the skill set, the mobility of Keith Thurman, the ring IQ of Keith Thurman. Yeah, it's going to make it for a tough time for Boots in the beginning. But I think that Keith Thurman will be fighting on the back foot the entire time. Monroe, what's going on? Kenton Griffin, what's going on? I think that Keith Thurman will be fighting on the back foot from the opening bell. From the very opening bell, I think Keith Thurman will be on the back foot, and I think he's going to be struggling to keep Boots off of him. But Keith Thurman is very smart, very fast hands, and he has power. So, I mean, you can't take it for granted. But Boots got to be careful. But you seen Boots jab, his ability. Did you see how comfortable how he used the jab, his range, how quick his hands is? He puts combination. I mean, he's very sharp. He's very quick. He's very athletic. And I think that, eventually he started to get to Keith Thurman. Bang, boom. Because he could do it from a distance that Keith Thurman can't touch him. Keith Thurman is going to have to try to counter him, but he's not going to sit in the pocket. Boots can do it from a. It's just Lionel Witherspoon. What's going on? Floyd Nelson. What's going on? I just see it being a problem, man. And he has power. Mike Lee. What's going on? And he has power. So he fights very clean on top of it. So I think that Khalil Mays, what's going on? I think that he could touch Keith Thurman, jab him from a distance to the solar plex, boom, come over the top, boom. You know, he's going to make Keith Thurman very fidgety, I feel like. You know what I mean? Non-committal. I think he'll make Keith Thurman very non-committal. But again, if Boots gets too close to Keith Thurman and in Keith Thurman's range, and Keith Thurman can counter him. Very fast hands. Keith Thurman has power, high ring IQ. You know, he lays a jab or a punch out there just too long, and Keith Thurman starts to get his timing. Keith Thurman will counter him. But it just won't be enough. It'll be too far and few in between, I think. And I think Keith Thurman know that. DP Rocker, my brother, what's going on? Hamilton still won. What's going on? I think Keith Thurman would know that. I think they understand that. Like, he's a bad style matchup for Keith Thurman. He's a bad style matchup for everybody. But for Keith Thurman, he gets Keith Thurman where he could go to Keith Thurman's body. He could jab to the side. I mean, it's just he has the complete package to go along with that size. That's a problem. Zealous Newton, what's going on? That's a problem. That's a problem. That's amore. Y'all remember that song? Yeah, that's a problem, man. That's a problem. So, you know, good fight though. You know, it's a good test for Boots. It's a good test for Keith Thurman. Mr. Holmes, what's going on? Juju Nick, what's going on? So it's a fight that Thurman will be seeing double. Yeah, R West, what's going on? That's the thing. It's just a bad style matchup, man. God's true purpose, what's going on? I think they understand that. Listen, this tax stat, what's going on? It's a bad style matchup, man. You understand? It's a bad style matchup. Rue Rod, what's going on? And I think that everybody understands that this is a bad style matchup. And he's just like I said with Virgil Ortiz Jr. He's a bad style matchup for Virgil Ortiz. Senzo, South Africa, what's going on? He has fast feet to go along with his size, his hand speed, and his power. Virgil Ortiz doesn't have quick feet. You see how easily he pumps the jab out there, how he controls the distance, the pace of the fight, comes with overhand rights, counters. Taquan Savage, what's going on? That's a big deal. That's a big deal, man, because he could do that from a range and a distance that you can't touch him back. And then he's quick enough to close that gap and suddenly be in your wheelhouse and throwing combinations. It's a problem, man. Is Ryan Garcia on the fight Cruz? I don't know what's going on with that. Isaac Cruz team. I know people are saying it's Ryan Garcia. Isaac Cruz team has made it abundantly clear they're not very interested in it. It's not Ryan Garcia. I've seen Isaac Cruz manager and the team, and they saying stuff like, "Oh, we'll see about the fight. We don't know. That's a fight that need to be built up." Man, they're not talking like they want the fight. Raymond Murphy, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Right? He said ES has Errol Spence has walked through very physical fighters back to back. Porter, Danny Garcia, Ugas. Ugas hit EJ with very hard shots to the head and body. EJ ate it. Agreed, but Ugas don't have the power that Terence Crawford have. He don't have that power. He got power, but he ain't got Terence Crawford power. King Grayson, Clint Eastwood, what's going on? He got Blessed 365. Peace, Blessed Queen. How you doing tonight? Joe Johnson, what's going on? Yeah, he got power. He ain't got that type of power. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, you think Boots will ever reach his pinnacle without ever fighting Errol or Bud? I think it'll always be a cloud over him if he don't. No, he can, because he's a generation behind him. So it's like Errol Spence never fighting Floyd Mayweather, but he's still Terence Crawford. There's fights that's going to build up for them. Without them getting one of those legacies. Now it helps, to get one of those fights, but even if he don't get it, it's okay. It's not going to stop him, from achieving greatness, because there'll be somebody in his era and his legacy that'll come along for him to build up their name off of. You know what I mean? So I would like him to get that fight. But you look at it, you got Virgil Ortiz, Conor Benn. Conor Benn is going to be a superstar, especially in the UK. Conor Benn is very good, man. Conor Benn is a very good fighter. He's entertaining. He gets knockouts, and I think that Conor Benn is going to be a mega superstar in the UK. There goes 619 Cali Factor, my brother. What's going on? So I think that he's going to be a mega superstar in the UK, and Virgil Ortiz is going to be a mega superstar in the States. He's going to be match right, and by the time Boots gets the opportunity to fight those guys, you know what I mean? I think that by the time he gets the opportunity to fight those guys, I think that he's going to be able to. Those are going to be big, mega legacy fights for him. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I don't think he needs I do think it would be great for him to have them, but I do think there's fights that's going to present themselves down the road for him. Rashidi Ellis is another guy. So he have three guys, in my opinion. You got Rashidi Ellis, Virgil Ortiz, and Conor Benn. I think that those three guys are going to make a name for themselves. Rashidi Ellis, match correctly, he's going to make a name for himself. Big fights for himself. And I think that, it's going to bode well for Boots. But obviously, if he could get a Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight, one of those guys, obviously it only does miracles for him and his brand and his legacy moving forward. For sure. Dago 619 Cali Factor, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, salute, brother Blue. Salute to Charles for becoming undisputed, and Boots beat Spence and Bud, in my opinion. A lot of people feel that way. Miss T, she done added her profile pic. Oh, Miss T, you getting ready to disrupt my chat now, Queen. Now you're gonna disrupt the chat. Now here they go now. The number one grinder, real talk. What's going on, great brother? Miss T done added her picture to her profile. Oh, here we go now. It's over now. James Butler, what's going on? It's over now. It's over. It's over now. It's over now. Yeah, rolling in for dough. Yeah, it's over now, brother. She gonna disrupt the chat. It's over now. Here it goes now. Here we go. They was already speculating, Miss T. Now you just put a face to it. And now it's over. They was already speculating, Queen. Now you done put a face to it. David Jackson, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I know Errol will be stronger and explosive at 154. A lot of people going to be in trouble. Better catch him at 147. EJ will stop Boots. All right. We got to see. Look at April Jackson laughing. April Jackson is laughing. Right? April Jackson's laughing because she know. April Jackson, April Lynch, excuse me. April Lynch, she poke her head in every now and then, and my chat starts taking off. I gotta actually slow it down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jay Lynn, she had to tell the brothers, like, listen, I'm off the market. You know, Miss Sexy Monica, same difference. You know what I mean? You know, Miss Joette, you know, it's just, you know what I mean? Willette Strong, the Queens, man, y'all come in here and that's it. You know what I mean? That's what happens. That's what happens. April Lynch knows that. She laughing because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Real T Shells TV, what's going on? I know, April. I see you. Bullet Gibson, what's going on? X Krypton, what's going on? April got to make her introductions every now and then, sparingly. She can't even do it on a regular basis, but then it just takes off. It just, you know what I mean? Now, Miss T, they're gonna be looking for you, Queen. Plus size goddess, peace and blessings to the Queen. Here we go again. Alan Maddox, what's going on? See what I'm saying? They do it all the time. All the time. My brothers, my kings can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. Yeah, April Lynch, she gotta pick and choose her days. She be like, should I comment today? It's gonna be one of those days, or should I just watch from afar? Jay Lynn don't even pay him no attention no more. She don't even pay him no attention no more. I've been seeing the comments. She be talking right over the comments. Like Jay Lynn be talking like she don't even see the comments. She goes right over them. Look at April. She said, sad but true. Facts. We know what it is. But it's a blessing to have y'all here. And I appreciate y'all 1000%. Tani Marie, yeah. Miss Bless 365. Yeah, yeah. I know they be here, but I know they pick and choose their days. It's just be like, man, not today. Not today. Not today. But let me get on out of here, people. It's 1 o'clock in the morning again. Y'all done kept me here to 1 a.m. again, which means I'm more than likely going to see the sun rise up before I get some shut eye. See, look at my brother Quincy Carter. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Jeffrey Smith, what's going on? Booba, where Charlo on the pound for pound list? Number 3, Tyrell Jr. Dirtbag Ninja, what's going on? I got him at number 3. I got him at number 3 on my pound for pound list. Right? I got him. Peace blessings to the Queen, Miss T, in the super chat. She said, let's talk boxing now. Oh, for sure, Queen. For sure. So I have him number 3 on my pound for pound list. I have Terence Crawford at number 1. Longevity, 3-division champion, undisputed. He accomplished that. Errol Spence, level of opponent, has beaten Hall of Famers, right? Kell Brook is going to be a UK Hall of Famer. He beat him in the UK for his first title opportunity. Errol Spence did. Mikey Garcia, 4 division champion. He's going in the Hall of Fame. Sean Porter going in the Hall of Fame. Danny Garcia possibly going into the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure about that, but Danny Garcia had a very good run, very good resume. He didn't beat the biggest fights at welterweight, but he was competitive. And then he beat your Danish Ugis, right? Who beat Manny Pacquiao, arguably beat Sean Porter. So the fact that he had those wins, you understand what I'm saying? And he won those fights, right? I got Errol Spence at number 2. And how he won it, impressive. You understand what I'm saying? Errol Spence, he stopped Kell Brook for his first title opportunity. He stopped your Danish Ugis in a unification. He beat Mikey Garcia at his game, and he beat Sean Porter at his game. Entertaining fight of the year fight, right? So those fights garner Errol Spence to me at number 2. At number 3, Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, he cleared out the division. Now, there was bigger name fights we wanted to see. The Lara fight, the Hurd fight, the J-Rock fight. But unfortunately, they lost. Right? Lara lost to Hurd. Then Hurd lost to J-Rock. Then J-Rock lost to Rosario. So he beat the man who beat the man who beat the man in Jason Rosario. Unfortunately, the name we wanted to see was Jermell Charlo versus Erislandy Lara. We didn't see it. Right? Or Jermell Charlo versus Hurd. We didn't see it. Even we settled for J-Rock in the storyline. Jermacki, what's going on? Rashad Duncan, what's going on? We didn't see it because they lost. Right? They lost. That's not his fault. Then he had lost. Then he had to have the rematch with Tony Harrison. And we know that the global pandemic took place. So things just backed everything up. Antonio Ruiz, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? So, but he got the Jason Rosario fight. And guess what? He knocks out Jason Rosario. Takes the belt. Okay. Then he fights, rematches Tony Harrison after his only loss. Knocks out Tony Harrison. Has a draw with Brian Castano for undisputed. Rematches him. Knocks him out. He leaves no doubt. He left no doubt. He took Rosario belt by knocking him out. He took Castano belt by knocking him out. And he took the belts back from Tony Harrison by knocking him out. Just think about that. Get Luke Doe out of here. Goodbye, brother. Let me go ahead and block him. I don't even want to see him here at all whatsoever. Get him gone, all the way gone. Oh, man, why can't even catch the brother? I don't want him here ever again. Thank you, brother. Good knowing you. Good knowing you, brother. Appreciate you for coming. Don't want to see you here ever again. How dare you even mention such a thing? Amazing. People, the comfortability people have sitting behind the keyboard. Yashua Ben Yisrael, what's going on? Mahar Salam, what's going on? The comfort that people have because they sit behind the keyboard and you can't see who they are. Amazing to me. Amazing to me. Amazing. Amazing. Or because he's mad because somebody that resembles him lost. TY, what's going on? Isn't that amazing? But they'll tell you this don't exist in the sport of boxing. Mamba, what's going on? Amazing, isn't it? Celso Areola, what's going on? Nicole Birch, what's going on? You think they'll let the black fighters top the pound for pound? They ain't got no choice. It's nothing about what they want. It's about what's actually taking place. It's not what they want. It's about what actually taking place. And the facts remain is this. Devin Haney's about to be pound for pound undisputed. About to be on the pound for pound list. He beats George Kambosos. He's undisputed. Shakur Stevenson, look what he's accomplishing. Jermell Charles, undisputed. I mean, what are we doing here? We trying to deny these talents. Rodriguez Jackson TV, what's going on? Brian Corbin, my brother. Clyde Feature, what's going on? Richard Russell, what's going on? Darnell Schaefer, my brother, what's going on? Golden Mass, what's going on? Yeah, but Eric Fenton, what's going on? The fact is this, right? Is look who they fighting and look how they winning. So Jamel Charles, number 3. They want Canelo Alvarez to stay there. They want a guy that resembles him to stay at top of the pound for pound list. It has nothing to do with boxing. That's why I try to tell you all the time. It has zero to do with boxing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with boxing. You watch Canelo Alvarez lose every single round to Floyd Mayweather. What are you talking about? He's the best fighter in the world. I watched him lose every single round to Floyd Mayweather. Cameron Owens, Huncho 2-time, what's going on? Then I watched him essentially lose every single round with the exception of 2 or 3 rounds to Dimitri Bivol. And so they tried to deceive you by telling you, yeah, well, he dared to be great. No, he won the world title at 175. He's a champion at 175. And the daring to be great narrative only applies to him. Because when Floyd fought him, they'll tell you, oh, Floyd weight drained him. Floyd Mayweather is not a 154-pounder. He's a really, and to be honest, Floyd Mayweather is a 140-pounder. Floyd Mayweather is not. I don't know if you guys ever seen Floyd Mayweather in person, but I was privy to see Floyd Mayweather in person a number of times in my life. And Floyd Mayweather is a small guy. Devin Haney is bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Mayweather are about the same size, and Shakur fights at 130. And Floyd is already a full-grown man, 40 years old. Shakur Stevenson is 24, and they're about the same size right now. Right now, he's not a big guy. Okay, so when Floyd Mayweather went up and fought Canelo Alvarez, is he daring to be great? Did anybody tell you he was daring to be great? Like the brother just came in here and said, "Oh, De La Hoya passing the baton." Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. When Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya, that was the first time he fought at 154. Instead of saying he got passed the baton, why don't you say he was daring to be great and won? Nobody hears that, right? Nobody. Have anybody ever heard Floyd Mayweather fighting Oscar De La Hoya was daring to be great? Nobody ever heard. You never heard one person say he was daring to be great when he jumped up 7 pounds to fight Oscar De La Hoya, right? But when Canelo jumps up 7 pounds, not even, right? Because 7 pounds. So when he's jumped up 7 pounds to fight Raw 1980 Longhorn, what's going on? So when Canelo goes up 77 pounds to fight Sergey Kovalev, win the title, it's daring to be great. He moves up again and do it again and loses. It's daring to be great. But Floyd jumps up 7 pounds to fight Oscar. They're either going to tell you Oscar passed on the baton, did him a favor, or Oscar was old. What about him daring to be great? That's 7 pounds. From 147 to 54 is 7 pounds. He never fought at 154. He never had a fight at 154. So why wasn't that daring to be great? He's not a big guy. So Floyd Mayweather won every single round against Canelo Alvarez. A quote-unquote daring to be great. He beat Oscar De La Hoya cleanly. He beat Miguel Cotto there. Why isn't he being considered daring to be great? Oh, that's right, because he's just Floyd Mayweather. But they want to tell you that a guy that went up 7 pounds and lost badly and fought a guy that moved up 7 pounds and lost badly. He was the bigger guy against Floyd, lost every single round. Then he fought a guy bigger than him and he lost essentially almost every single round. And we want to give him a pass for every time. Then he had questionable wins. He arguably lost against Laura. You can make a case he lost both fights with Triple G. But you want me to still tell you he's the best fighter in the world? Come on, man, stop it. Alan Maddox, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said if Usyk didn't move up to heavyweight but was still fighting on cruiserweight, where would you rank him on your pound for pound list? I don't know where I would rank him on that list, but he would be top 5, I believe. Alan Maddox. Again, level opposition, though. Cap's Corner Store, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Charlo out here looking like the new Lennox Lewis. How he avenging them losses and draws. Appreciate the content, Blue. Hashtag salute. Salute. Agree with you, man. You know, I know he's not the most favorable guy out the ring, and you know, he said some very, very non-forgivable things almost. Deuce 888, what's going on? The thing he said about Deontay Wilder, that what he said about me, you know, it's just, you know, it just is. Kevin's Corner, what's going on? It is what it is. I'm talking solely about what he accomplished in the ring. You know what I mean? I'm talking about boxing. All that stuff, I don't got to hang out with him. He ain't got to hang out with me. All of that don't even matter to me. I know what he said about Wilder. You know, I know what he said about me. Whatever. He said things about his own brother. So it is what it is. Raw 1980, Longhorn, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, you deserve a YouTube award. Oh man, I appreciate you 1,000%, man. I got my push button, man, my play button, man. I don't even know where it's at right now, to be honest. T-Bone Boxing, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother T-Bone Boxing in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, salute, Blue. My producer, Michael X Fragrance Dubose, is on the way. Woo-wee, boy, you get, yeah, man. T-Bone, when I start this cologne channel, bro, you got to come on. T-Bone, I hope T-Bone just don't tell the wife it was me that got you started on this trip, bro. You know what I mean? Because then my last name turned into mud. You know what I mean? So T-Bone, just make sure you dig what I'm saying. You know, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Man, T-Bone, you got to inbox me on Instagram and send me some pictures, bro. Crypto George World, what's going on? Yeah, Julius Thomas, just make sure that I ain't had nothing to do with that. It wasn't me. Warren Garza, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, did you see the video of Adrian Broner drunk? He's not perfect. He needs prayers instead of Chris. Ryan Garcia didn't get this. It's a cry for help. Nobody talks about Broner's heart, but nobody speaks on that. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. We understand what it is, man. It's unfortunate for Adrian Broner. I love Adrian Broner, man. I love his personality. He's just who he is, man. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner is who he is. You know what I mean? And he don't get enough credit for being real. You understand? Most people put on a mask when they step outside. He is who he is every single day. And salute to my brother Juan Garza dropping that dub on your boy Blue, and he don't get enough credit for it, for just being who he is. It's unfortunate. T-Bone Boxing, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, okay, I got you. Yeah, just make sure, you know what I mean? Because then you know what happens is the wife, hey, yo, T-Bone, what's good with you, T-Bone? And the wife is with you, you know what I'm saying? And then she looking at me like this. Oh, how you doing, Queen? This, and this. And she like this. See, I don't want that reaction, great brother. You dig what I'm saying? I get it already at the crib. I don't want to get it when I leave. You know what I mean? Every time I come in the house with a new fragrance, you know, I get this. Where you gonna put that? You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to get it outside the crib too. Transfer 2007. What's going on? Adrian Broner is one of the most genuine people you could ever meet, hands down. I'm not making it up. Adrian Broner is one of the most genuine, realest people I've ever come across in the sport of boxing. I've never seen a different Adrian Broner every time I've seen Adrian Broner, encounter Adrian Broner. The same Adrian Broner every time. Adrian Broner talked to you as if he knew you for 50 years, especially if you got something in common when you're talking to him. Oh, Invictus Invictus is just I get that's the most compliment. It's amazing to me because I wear Creed, Dior, Prada, all of those things, right? I wear everything, and boy, oh boy, Invictus is the one I get the most as the most compliments I ever get. Yeah, but Adrian Broner, man, you got something in common with Adrian Broner? Forget it. Talking about, hey, yo, AB, you can meet him for the first time and talk about let's go play some basketball. Man, AB, man, let's go play ball. I got this on, I got that on. Man, listen. He liable to go find the nearest basketball court and play with you. Facts. I seen a dude walk up on AB while we was in Brooklyn. I don't even know where we was at, but I don't even think he knew the dude. Dude walked up to him. Yo, AB, man, I got the bag, man. Let's go to the basketball court. And he was like, "Where's the next court?" He was like, "Where's the nearest court? Go get my sneakers. Let's make it happen." And dude was like, "Nah, not right now." I kid you not. Dude walking. We was in Brooklyn. We was across the street from the Barclays Center. We was across the street from the Barclays Center, right? This is a true story, Miss T. We across the street from the Barclays Center, right? And dude walks up on Adrian Broner. Yo, I heard you play ball. This, and this. Bum, 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 bum. We went to the hotel across the street from the Barclays Center. And the dude is telling, I heard you play ball, man. You can't play. You can't do this. Bum, bum. Adrian Broner, he never met this dude a day in his life. And AB like, what? He like, yeah, I got 10 racks on it. I got 10 racks on it. I can beat you right now. Mike Williams, what's going on? H1s, what's going on? The dude said I got like 10 racks on it, something like that. 5 racks, whatever. And AB like, yo, go get my sneakers. Somebody go get my sneakers. Let's go to the nearest court. Where the nearest court at? We're in Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, Natty Dread definitely was a New York dude. Facts. AB is like, where the nearest court at? Let's go to the court. Let's get it in. Let's work. AB takes the bag, tells somebody, hey, give me the bag. Give me my bag. Takes the bag, drops his money on the floor. Leonard Watson, what's going on? Pours his money out right there on the floor. Let's go. Where's your at? Match it. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And dude started backtracking. I kid you not. He ain't know this dude from a can of paint. And AB was 1,000% serious. Let's go to the nearest basketball court and let's work. Let's go to the nearest basketball court. Leonard Watson, what's going on? and let's work. AB ain't know this dude from a can of paint. Only reason they ain't go play, AB like, where's the nearest court out here in Brooklyn? Let's go to the park, nearest court, and let's ball. Who was fighting? Who was fighting that day? It might have been Tank. I think Tank was fighting. I think it was Tank fight. If I'm not mistaken. It might have been Tank fighting. Yeah, Miss T. He did all that talking. AB dropped the money and said, let's make it happen. Dude was like, nah, not right now. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I gotta do that. And everybody, it was recorded. I know people was recording. Dude would start talking about, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I ain't got time right now. AB was like, oh man. He picked up his money. He picked up the money. LaJessica Burton, peace, blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Mike Williams, when he fighting again? I believe he's gonna fight in July against Omar Figueroa. That's what I heard. Omar Figueroa in July. Yeah, my man. Yeah, AB was. AB is one of the realest guys you ever meet. And it's funny, just like a New York dude, he ain't asked for a picture. He ain't asked for none of that. Deontay Wilder the same way. I remember this dude came up to Deontay Wilder at the Barclays Center. This dude came up to Deontay Wilder and started talking about how he a rapper and these songs and Deontay Wilder's entertaining. But Jessica Bird said, "Blue, whatever you tune in, whatever Blue, when you're tuned in, whatever you're watching on TV, you don't move a muscle." No, that's you know what that is? That's Halloween, the new Halloween, the last Halloween that came out. Derwin Fraser, what's going on? I don't remember the end. The end of the last Halloween is on right now. But yeah, this dude came up, Timothy Wood, what's going on? And started telling Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder stood there and listened to the entire song. This dude was going in too. He was going in. Deontay Wilder was, I'm like, what? Typical New York dude. Man, got this CD for you. Quest for Knowledge, what's going on? Errol Hassan, what's going on? Got this CD for you, man. And Raw Hassan, what's going on? Deontay Wilder sitting there listening to this dude going back and forth. And this dude was dead serious, boy. I'm like, dude, why you entertain this dude, man? I'm telling you, bro. The dude was like, Deontay Wilder's like, oh, go ahead, kick it for me. He like, dude went into singing and all types of stuff. I'm like, oh, man. I kid you not. But let me get out of here, people. Y'all done kept me here. I was trying to get out of here at 1 o'clock. Now it's 1:17. Yeah, Julius Thomas trying to definitely get to come up. Yeah, he was Jeremy 2684. Dude was out there going hard. I don't even think he knew who Deontay Wilder was. He just saw all of us congregating right there outside the Barclays Center. Criminal, don't know. He don't know. He didn't know who Deontay Wilder was. He was going past and he saw us all out there, and he saw people telling Deontay Wilder they want to take a picture with him. He was walking past and he saw people were saying that he wanted to take a picture with him. I don't think he actually knew who he was. And so he realized, he's like, oh, this dude must be somebody. He's somebody. So here go my chance and my opportunity. But let me get on out of here, people. 1:30 in the morning. I'm out of here. Xavier Hines, he said, Miss T, Fanon and Blue Blood, real as they come. Fun fact, I think me and Fanon got the same birthday. I'm not mistaken. I think we got the same birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Creme de la creme, have a great night, great brother. Oh, we 2 days apart? Yeah, I know it's something close like that. But let me get on out of here, people. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. Miss T said, I would say Champ Side. Champ Side is my brother, man. Champ Side is my brother. Man, me and Champ Side, we get out, man. And BFTB, man. Those are my brothers. And Fred, too. Barbershop come, man. Me and Fred get together. It's over. But blessings to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.